आपके बच्चे की आज की क्लास 1 घंटे में स्टार्ट होने वाली है। Make sure you check the class timing in our ODA app और क्लास 10 मिनट पहले ज्वाइन कीजिएगा।
Good evening, dear members.
Every Sunday we come here and we talk about business, we talk about growth, success, development, whatnot. Oh my God, I'm really kicked up, And today we have a great personality coming on already here on the show. Welcome here, sir. Keshav D, Kamble, sir. Welcome here. So, sir is going to tell us so many things about business, food industry, which is the one, there is nobody who can survive without food. Is there any person who can survive without food? No way. So this food industry business, sir is going to tell us how we can start very humbly, very small, and we can grow from there. Are you excited? I am really excited. You know what, we need to start the businesses. Okay, we need to start, small way, in a small way. 3 of us, 4 of us can come together and we can start the businesses. Once again, hearty welcome to everybody. And I request Deepak, our digital maestro, the digital wizard, the digital guru of Magical Madigas, to come and tell us how to handle this Zoom session. I am not a techie. And Deepak, please enlighten us and tell us what to do, my friend, my good friend. Over to you, Deepak.
Oh, thank you so much, Solomon, sir. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity given. And thanks to all the leaders.
There is power in your voice, Deepak. There is power in your voice now. Okay.
First of all, thanks to all the Inform Mac leaders for creating such a nice platform for us to join every week. Sorry, there's another parallel meeting going on, which is regarding RS Praveen Kumar, sir. So there's a majority of the participants have joined there. Unfortunately, the meeting has got extended. Actually, as per the plans, it should be, they have to wrap up the meeting by 7, but due to some delays, so it got extended. So, but we shouldn't stop or wait for the other meeting to finish. So let's kick off. Let's start the meeting. And for your kind information, the meeting is being telecasted live on Facebook, and we are recording.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing, Deepak. Amazing. We are excited. We are excited.
The program is live on Facebook.
We are on Facebook. Oh, God.
Seeing us on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah.
I think they can see my tie also.
Yeah, they can see you. Even I see a lot of comments coming there.
About great. Yeah.
The way you anchor and things. Okay. So let's jump into the rules before we kick off our meeting. So this is very important to keep the meeting going. We all of you want to be diligent and be attentive while the meeting is going on. Please don't turn on your videos unless you really want to show yourself, or please don't turn on your mic unless you want to talk to us. So if in case you want to talk to us, please raise your hand and we will give you an opportunity to ask your questions, sir. So yeah, and one more thing is, please drop a message in the groups wherever you have joined from. Please drop a message there. You can tell them that you have participated in the meeting and the meeting is going on, and you can let them know so they also can join today with us in the meeting. And the second thing is, please drop a message in the chat box or with your details. So your name and the place you're joining from and what you do and your mobile number. Okay, your place, your name, your place, and what you're doing, and your mobile number are 4 important things that you have to put in the message. And also the 5th one, if you really want to, you can write one or two lines about you, what you really do and what you want others to know about you. Okay, please go ahead and do it. 2 minutes there for you. So just open the chart, and I want to see, we have 24 participants now. I want everyone to drop in a message about
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead. So I'm doing myself. You also please go ahead and do that.
Okay. So we'll take a few minutes for that. Good evening and welcome, Surendranath Gundala, the Andhra Pradesh Inform Mac President. Good evening, sir, and welcome. Good evening, welcome everybody, brothers. So everybody is typing in the messages. So also request you to send a picture of yours about the session into the respective groups, into various groups you are in, so that more people can join. Today is a great day. I promise you, you will walk away from this session with some bright ideas into the food industry business. I promise you. The man of the show is Keshav D, Kamble, all the way from Bombay. Deepak, shall we kick off, or you have got something to say?
Nothing else. Maybe if you can give me a chance after 45 minutes from now, I can talk about Informac Online Academy. But right now you can kick off.
Yeah, definitely.
But
definitely.
I only
you
see one message. It's from me, but I don't see any other messages coming in the chat. Please, we really want you to drop in a message so that we can contact you.
Murali, we have here myself, Manda Murali. Oh, Murali, good evening and welcome, my brother. Good evening and welcome.
Sir, please drop your message.
Shall we? Yes. Okay.
Drop your message.
Here we go.
So in the chat box, you see the chat box, right? If you're logging in from your mobile, click on more to the right. Unmute, start video, share participants.
Okay. So shall we go, Deepak? Shall we go?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, then fine. So good evening and welcome, my dear brothers. 25 participants here. Welcome. It's an amazing show. Thank you for your time and dropping in here onto the session. Every Sunday we come here and we talk about growth and business. We talk about educational opportunities. We talk about, youngsters going abroad, youngsters taking up courses, and again, adults like us, entering into business area. My God, it is a kind of a roller coaster here. We are having a roller coaster of growth, of development, of success, and whatnot, my dear friends. I'm so kicked up. Welcome once again. My name is Solomon Bulampati. I'm a motivational speaker. Yeah, I do motivate people. I do want people to grow. I do want people to succeed. I do want people to be richer. Wow, and stylish too. Thank you very much for dropping by. And without further delay, I wanted to go ahead introducing the speaker himself. So we have the speaker here on the show. Thank you very much, sir. Keshav D, Kamble, sir, all the way from Bombay for your presence here. So allow me to introduce yourself and allow me, my brothers. Here is the personality. Keshav D, Kamble, the Mughal of MSME and food industry. I said Mughal of food industry. You can understand when I use that, title for sir, Mughal of the food industry. Am I audible? Am I audible to you? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, put a thumbs up. Wow. So good. So Keshav D, Kamble, sir, is from Maharashtra. Is a doyen of food industry. He entered into food industry at a very young age, and for the last 40 years, he has been in this MSME food industry, directing people, helping organizations in the business of the food industry. So, and again, he's the MSME director. So he has a list of 25 pages of resume sir has. It's a kind of an ocean of information, ocean of activities what sir has done. But Sir hails from a very small rural village in Beed district. Right from early age, as a boy, Keshav sir wants to do something to the society. He told me that our people used to clean the roads. I think when he was a small boy, he saw our people, Madigas and Chamars, cleaning the streets of their towns and villages. But their own homes and houses are unclean. So as a little boy, he was very much concerned that though they are cleaning the streets for the others, but whereas their homes are unclean. So this young boy went about to the household people, our community people, and told them, what is the necessity? What is the importance of cleanliness? And as a young boy, you can imagine how sir, as a young boy, is so concerned about the community. So that is, as a young boy, Keshav sir is. I'm really excited. So he went about and told our community people to clean their houses and practice cleaning and having a good environment in their homes. And again, there was untouchability. There was a severe untouchability. Sir is born, in the year, I think 55. So as a young boy, he has seen untouchability in our community. So he was very well concerned, and he used to motivate people to be more better, so that the other communities can also mingle with them. So he advocated non-eating of beef, which are animals which are dead. See, our community people during that time, what they used to do, they used to take away the dead animals, the dead cattle, right? So, and they used to skin them, and they used to eat the meat also, some of them, not all, and during that time as well. But sir is concerned that you can take away the skin of the animals, dead animals, but sir, as a little boy, he was as young as in 8th standard itself. He went about telling all the people not to eat the meat of the dead animals. You can have the skin, but never go and do this. So he used to do, what he used to do is to put soil on the meat, throw sand or something. So as he was talking to me, I can understand that. So perhaps sir can tell a little bit about that. So he was in the 8th standard at that time. So again, as in the 8th standard, he was concerned about, the younger children, younger than him. So he used to teach mathematics while he was in 8th standard itself to the younger children in our community, in the village. So he maintained a library in the village. He used to bring books from the school, and he used to give and distribute books to the young boys. And he maintained, even at that young age, not as an employee, but as a young boy, he used to do all this for his village. So you can understand. So that is what sir is. And again, after finishing off from the 10th standard and going about into the college, he studied in Deepak Educational Educational Academy, where, it is run by Baba Saheb Ambedkar himself. He studied in the college and passed out, from the college, and went into for BSc Food Technology during that time itself. You can understand, how instrumental SAR's, entry into the food industry. During that time, food industry was relatively unknown field. I was wondering how sir has got that idea, that genius idea to enter into food industry during that time. And afterwards, rest is history. And after he hasn't finished his BSc for the degree, but he entered into NAFED, which is again a board of related to the food industry. And afterwards, he went on to becoming a director, and for about 40 years he has served entire India in the MSME, specializing and developing and in the food industry. I think in one incident he joined one organization which is in Ahmedabad, which is as a modern food industry in Ahmedabad. When sir joined as a director, that particular organization was going in losses. This was so as he entered into that organization, he was very strict on the quality of the food that was being the food that was being prepared, especially They were preparing, as Sir said, bread and bakery items and all that. Okay, so he insisted on the quality, and soon enough, that particular modern food industry in Ahmedabad grew into lots of profits, and people were so happy to eat that kind of food that was produced in this organization, and people were so happy. And looking at the growth, the higher ups, the authorities have given Sir, very good promotions, and they have promoted him into different, this one. And Sir has developed so many food industries by utilizing both the MSME, the government policies, and as well as the banks, influencing the banks. And the banks are also so, interested to give the loans for the people whom are referred by Sir, because, he has developed that kind of a reputation as an honest officer. So that is the rest is history. And one incident, Sir, told me when I called him and asking him about his childhood, about his education. He told me that in one incident in UPSC interview, he got a good job interview, and while he was being interviewed, there was a person in the interview board. He's a Brahmin. He was asking Sir about his caste. He was asking Sir about, do you know about, what do you think about Jyotiba Phule? What do you think about Ambedkar? Like that, Sir. He was asking questions. Sir was very annoyed, and he said, you cannot ask me those questions because I am here for this particular job which is related to food industry. You have no business to ask this kind of questions. And he left the interview, in a huff, in an angry, this one. Then later he called Babu Jagjeevan Ram Sir, it seems, because he has a number, Babu Jagjeevan Ram Sir's number with him. And he called Babu Jagjeevan Ram Sir. And, Meera Kumari ma'am lifted the phone and said, hello, who is this? And the Sir said, this is Keshav. She said, Keshav, Sir will tell about you. And Babu Jagjeevan Ram Sir, the legend himself, spoke to him, young man, you cannot be angry because someone has pointed your caste. You should not be reactive, but you have to respond. You know what? Did any one of us, heard Babu Jagjeevan Ram, the legend himself, speaking to him? So Sir has heard his voice, and today Sir is with us. So I give it over to Sir, the Keshav Kamble, the Mughal of food industry. I give it over to him. Respected Sir, respected Honorable Sir, and the Mughal and our pride and of the Madhika community, Chamar community of India. I welcome you, Sir, to give us a good presentation and, encouraging us and motivating us to get into this food industry. Over to Keshav D. Kamble, Maharashtra, Bombay, going to give the presentation. Over to you, Sir. Hearty welcome.
I express my deep sense of gratitude for giving me these opportunities to have a heart-to-heart dialogue to our community brothers from the southern parts, and great initiatives taken by our Solomanji. And he has elaborated more than what actually it is there. As a matter of fact, it was my great pleasure to see that how best our entire communities in the all India level, southern parts, they can prosper, and how we can contribute in the government's programs effectively. Looking to that, actually, this program has been organized. I am not just going in a like a stereotype of this thing. Here, what I expect, these think tankers of our group, intellectual people, or there's IAS officers are there, IPS officers there, good businessmen are there. So we want to see that this seminar, this workshop, at the end of this thing, I want at least a minimum, there are 33 people are there. Each represent from the one of the place 10 people. At least 100, we can expect minimum 100 people who can take up this business activities, for which we can have a hand-holding support, how to get the business to set up and how to get the financial aspect. That actually look to this seminar aspect actually. So this is actually a very important aspect in their food industry. See, I'll just narrate about the food industry. See, everything actually during the pandemic situations, we have to see the pandemic situation last 2 years. It has all activities almost were standstills. Only activities which were working, they were running where the farmers were working, they were producing for our Indians. All this grocery people, so they were having their activities, they were selling the essential items, and then medicinal shop also, they were running actually. So how this is important factor. Whatever happens to this thing, but food is a essential part for the survival, at least for the survival of everybody. And beside the survival, how best they can also grow as an industry through the processing stages and all these things, and how we can take the benefit of this programs. Here I will just I'll just narrate about what is the food processing industry, the concept, issues, and scenario in India. Right, this is actually right from the cultivation to the harvesting, post-harvesting. Lot of involvement is there. Farmers are there, then in between their labor classes are there. Mechanization also coming up in the way, and due to this processing all stages, we have seen how best farmers desire to produce the maximum best quality of the product and get the returns. Now, once the farmers, we are just thinking about the farmers. When the farmer produces the product, actually, it has been seen that 30 to 40% losses are there because of not having the proper processing. So this is going a lot of waste for that. So Government of India is having a lot of concern how best of these fruits and vegetables, processing products and cereal pulses, we can convert to the finished product actually. So most of the agricultural products are not consumable in their original forms. Most of them are converted into the value addition product, like wheat is converted into wheat flour, which is again, when we think about which industry we can take up in the end of the thing, I'm just giving the examples. This is one of the important factors, which is the daily basis consumption there. It has a potential, great potential in the future. Each household required for that. So this wheat flour industry, wheat and conversion of the flour is one of the important factors also can be taken up in the future. How we can take up that, we can in the next stage we can see that. Then paddy into rice is also one of the major industry aspects is there. We can take up the processing of the paddy into the rice. Then sugarcane into jaggery. Then sugarcane to the again liquids are there. Liquid jaggery is also there. Then sugar is also there. Ethanol, alcohol is also growing industry is having. That also you can think of that. Those are having the sugarcane. Even we can have a third party manufacturing process for productions of the jaggery, sugar, and ethanol. That can also be possible. We can take this. These products can be further processed, such as a flour. If flour is there, from the flour we can start up the producing the bread, biscuit, different types of product from that. This is also byproduct can be possible from that actually. Then from this rice also, rice husk is also there. From there it can get a useful product like rice bran oil. Rice bran oil is also very popularly used in the actually. And then cattle feed, one of the important area which is highly demanded in the Indian scenario to cattle feed. The sugarcane bagasse is also used for the power generations. So these activities I'm just narrating is having the scope in the future to take off for the as a business activity, in a small way, in a cluster way, and in an institutional way that we can take thing up. Therefore, food processing not merely add value to the agro product, but it also increases their utility. It has the value for that actually. We know that these activities are economically broadly going into agriculture industry. What is agriculture is one industry there. Now in agriculture also, how best we can think of mechanization of the agriculture. In agriculture, we are doing the conventional agriculture. The Government of India schemes are available there. So entire agricultural, right from the sowing to the harvesting to the packaging, can be possible with the mechanization. This is one of the big industries that can be taken up in a collective approach in a group of farmers. Even those not farmers, but youngsters can join together. They can take that activity as a agriculture mechanization can be possible for that actually. Then this is again a processing of the agriculture products. It again service is also one of the important factors there. Service industry, what can be possible in service industry? Particularly, we can setting up the chain of the agriculture product. What is the producer by this farmers, and we can have a like a procurement of the all this cereal, pulses, rice from various types of the farmers, and this is one of the very important activities. In collections, procurement, then cleaning, grading, sorting, all these activities, and automatically packaging as per the gradations. So this activity is having a very good scope in the agriculture activities. We can set up our shops of the grocery shops across the state by having this type of composite business activities for storing of this cereal, pulses, rices, and packing as per our brand. We have to develop the brand for our communities actually, which will have a quality product also there. So how to develop the brand? Again, that is again specialization subjects are there. We can think of those who can take up this activity in the future. We just give them hand-holding support right from the how to maintain the standard as per FSR standards, as per the Bureau of Indian standards, as per the PFS standards, right from the packaging to the consumption level. What can we do? We can put in the product. This is the major area we can take up as a business activity for our community through this agriculture produce actually in the raw forms actually. I'm just talking the as it is only the processing is required. This is one of the government of India is giving the lot of fund for that. Government of India house scheme we can get up, and what can be the possibility for that? So this is one of the industry like a banyan industry. What is the banyan people, sir? They never go for the any other activities. Everybody who is going abroad for education, they come back and they sit on the grocery shop. This is one of the biggest industry. We can't understand what are the products we can keep it actually. Even along with that agriculture produce actually, we can have a byproduct also, finished product also we can keep it along with that. So that which product can be taken up, what can be the nutrition aspect we can enhance in that shops actually, keeping into the pandemic situation, what type of products can be taken, that also we can think of that, how best we can have a, which will develop the immunities actually. Particularly you see, honey is one of the aspects is there which develop the immunities part is there. Moringa is also one of the products are there which develop the immunities. And different products are there. We can think of that with we can have a standardized shop, like the Reliance is coming up, grocers are coming up, these big baskets are coming up. In the similar fashion, through the IT applications, we have to develop the IT application actually for this, how from the farmer to the consumer. See, our community is the biggest community which we are going to give we are making others personal reach. Instead of that, if we can develop our brand and take the requirement from the different our communities, what you are going to purchase from the market, don't go to the market. What you are going to get from market will have a better quality that we can produce. We can have a directly delivery to their places actually through the app development. That also can be possible, for which also government is giving the support for that. So this is very, very economically viable and a very sophisticated activities. There is not much any technology involvement there. Only we have to see the processing houses to be put up there only. That cleaning machines are there. That cost is right from the 50,000 to the maximum 2 crore is also possible for that. For which also Government of India under the Stand Up India also can be possible. Minister of Food Processing also giving the fund for that. Again, recently Prime Minister's formulations of the micro food industry also scheme is there, which also giving 1 crore under that. So fund is not the problem, but this can be formulated. So we can design this such a scheme for our people. And I think our next after the session, how can convert this webinar into the business activity? We can plan one by one activity. We can take up that also. This is one of the area we can take the maximum benefit of this, for which also government under the public procurement policy. Again, I'm telling the public procurement policy. Government of India is emphasizing to our communities. There's a requirement for this FCI is also requirement there. Railways requirement, defense requirements are there. All this requirement actually, there are 352 items are reserved for our MSME, particularly for our communities. Those who are manufacturing under the MSME, they can get that benefit. And this actually groceries actually items, including oil, sugar, whatever the products are there, cereal, pulses, flours, all these things we can directly connect with the government public procurement policy. See, you will be surprised. The Government of India is having a 4% procurement out of this 25% actually there. 3% is for women category, respect of the caste. But we are not able to supply this public procurement policy to the Government of India, to their direct e-commerce platform, because we are not having the good quantity, sufficient quantity, quality maintenance, not having awareness. So how best we can develop this type of awareness program among our business persons? Our product should go to directly to our portals, GEM portals, and through the GEM portals, government requirement they can place the order of various product what we are going to manufacture under that. So this is a very, very important part of there. Only required, we should have a good hand of IT fellow. We will develop the software. We will develop the product photography. We will have a specification of the product. What is the product? What is the specification? What is the nutrition value? What is the shelf life of this thing? Packaging, all this thing. And what is the price? Competitive price also he can quote that. And you see, you are aware many our people are aware, in the government public procurement policy, if there is a tender system, so we have to submit to the tender system. Even if our rate is 15% higher than the normal rate, suppose 100 rupees the rate is there. If your price is 150 rupees, even then government is giving priority to our people to compete with this thing, supply the quality for that. Now here, what is required is that we should have a separate program about the e-commerce business, how e-commerce business can play a better role for marketing the product directly through the our government portals, MSME portals also there. This is a very important activity there, for which again we can have a brainstorming, especially for next time we can each product wise, so we can have a separate discussion and how it can be implemented. See, discussion is very easy because talking a big way, but not getting the percolated down is not important. We have to see practically how it is possible to convert it at least one idea. See, now this is already government is having the support for financing. Government is giving support for marketing also. Government is giving support for setting up the laboratories also. If some of our guys, those who are BSc graduates are there, any science graduates are there, those who are agricultural backgrounds are there, if they can think of setting up the food laboratories, food testing laboratories, 50 lakhs the government of India is giving in the form of subsidy for that actually. So why not we should also have all the testing facilities, right from the organic testing to the different types of products as per the FSS standards. And we can link up with the FSS standards. We can link up the Bureau of Indian Standards, and we can be partner to give them a lot of people are coming forward. They can do it that only. So this is one of the activities we can take up the picture. So this we can think of that in that fashion. How best we can have this type of activity we can take up this complete. So this is one of the area where we can think of that. Then actually looking to our India is a great country. We are having abundance infrastructures, abundance populations are there, soils are there, climatic conditions are there favorable. Many of the countries are not having that type of situation. So looking to that, Indian food industry processing is estimated nearly $135 billion actually industry, which is growing 8% annually. This is the scope of the industry. 8% annually is growing for that. The growth rate of significantly more important. It is having a 8%, whereas agriculture growth rate is only 4%. These signals indicate toward the phenomenal shift towards the food processing from the traditional industries. So by this way, this is the GDP is processing constitute 10% of in the agriculture actually. But given the potential of India, this is an underachievement. There is a great scope for increasing the GDP through the food processing also. Again, India has about 26 types of different climatic conditions. This is again a unique one. 46 varieties of soils are in India. Out of that, 60 types of soils is worldwide. We are having the maximum good quality soils available in India, and 127 agroclimatic zones are there. See, this is again favorable conditions are there, have been identified, and also India's food is known as a worldwide for its unique taste and aroma. See, we are having unique taste actually, particularly if you see the southern part spices, spices, pickles. This is the unique quality of this only. Upper type also unique qualities are there only completely. Even nutritional products also having good quality for that. It's also one of the having a recognition of the Indian product in the world market. India's regional and cultural diversity is perfectly reflected in the food. Therefore, India is one of the area. India state is one of the state where we can tap these resources and convert it into the business opportunity by tapping these resources. Now, what is India's again strength? India is the largest producer of pulses. In the world, we are the largest producer of the pulses, mangoes, bananas, milk, ginger, buffalo meat. So looking to this, largest producers of this milk, groundnut, cashew nut, all these things also, we can think of setting up this industry because materials available there. We are having the pulses. Now, pulses is essential commodities, everybody's requirement for that. If you take any business right from the flour mill, then it will come the pulses. Pulses are having a maximum, we are having the growth of that actually, available plenty quantity. That can be taken up to one of the business activities, like a rice mill, dal mill is one of the area can be taken up. Similarly, again, you can see there is a milk production is the maximum in our having actually, milk. So how can I set up the milk industries? For setting up the milk industry, those our people in the communities are having marginal lands. If you can think of giving at least 5 cows or buffaloes and distribute among the 150 or 200, 300 people, they can given under the NABARD scheme, for which again 33% subsidy available there. Let us start from the 10 lakhs only, and then the 500 if they get 5 animals each one of them, and one company, actually we can set up the one company or one NGO. They will take the responsibility of collections of the milk from our people, and they will have a processing milk processing plant they can set up. So setting up milk processing plant, again, Government of India is giving a good amount for that. We can have up to 3 crore, 4 crore, 5 crore, starting from 1 crore, depending upon the what type of we are having the capacity we can take up. This also we can think of, which is a very potential industry, and daily requirement is also there. This we can think of for taking the benefit. Again, there is a farmer producers companies are there. See, we have to think of the Government of India is emphasizing upon establishing 10,000 farmer producers company across India. And this farmers producers company, if our people, even a marginal lands, 1 acre, half acre, what is there available there, if actually 150, 200 minimum requirement, if 200 people join together and if form a farmers producers company, again, there is our equity will be, say, for example, 1,000 rupees you can take from each one of them. 1 lakh can be the share capital. Equal amount also, small agri finance consortium is giving equal matching amount grant to that actually. And then immediately after formations also, within 2 years of time, sir, within one formation immediately, again, there is a funding available there under the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. This also we can take benefit for that. And this is a very important factor because farmers producers company is having integrated approach. See what happened when we get the order of the product, and if we don't have a sufficient quantity and quality of the product, we cannot match the tenders. We are not able to supply. We cannot maintain the continuity of the product. So this is one of the important factors. We can take that how best we can have this type of activity under the farmer producers company. If somebody can come forward, I can give the complete bylaws of this, how to form a farmer producers company, what should the objectives for that, how many directors should be there. Initially 10 directors are sufficient for that. And farmers you can just take for just as a member for them. And then everybody have their own responsibilities. We have to have an agreement with them, whatever they produce, we can process, and directly again we can supply to our people. We can convert the milk into the value addition also. Curds are there, buttermilks are there, ghees are there, paneers are there, even milk like products also there. The sweet products also can be possible out of that. This also can be taken up for this activity. So this is one of the very, very important and demand-oriented activities are there. Milk. Even in similarly fashions, you can take up the goat also. In the goat formation, in the goat farming, same thing. You can have an individual basis also. You can have a farmers producers company also, and that is also very, very highly demanded in this industry. Even last time we have seen from the Nasik, completely plane has lifted this. They have lifted entirely around more than 100 of this goat to the UAE. There is a high demand for this natural as it is live cow. And sometimes if we can convert it to the proper form of the meat as per the standard, international standard, packaging, shelf life, preservations, and there is a demand for that. When there was a talk with some of the friends in Australia, even some of the friends in they are telling you whatever you are having the quantity, we are ready to purchase that actually. That is a great demand is there. So this also, there is already orders are available there. If you can think of that, how best we can convert this our goat farming through the farmer producers company. Individual wanted to take up, they can also take it. They can take it 100 or 200, 500, depending on that. For each one, how best we can get the funding, I can, and the NABARD also we can tie up for that. Again, there is a subsidy available there. Subsidy is not important part. So funding part, I will get later on, I can explain to you details. Secondly, India is the second largest producer of rice. India is the second largest producer of rice, wheat, potato, garlic, cashew nut, groundnut, dry onion, green peas, pumpkins, gourd, cauliflower, sugarcane, and tea in the world. So these are the activities. Rice. Now rice is very much in demand. there is a demand for the export market for that also, different quality. Then again, I said wheat, we can have a valuation of the wheat also can be possible. Potatoes. Now we are taking the wafers and all these things are there. Anybody, those who are interested, even having certain, we can give a certain training, how to make the different byproduct from the potatoes. We can arrange the training under the CFTRI, and some engineering, some food technology colleges are there, they are giving. Even technology is available there. CFTRI develop the technology for that. That we can give the technology, how to make this product, this potato vapors, potato chips, even potato powders also can be possible. This also can be, we can think of that industry you can take. Garlic. Now garlic is the second largest producer, highly demanded. We can go for the one of the activities like a dehydration of garlic, powder form, which is having a more shelf life. Even we can think of going for the garlic paste. This is highly demanded in the hotel industries. If you can have a nice quality garlic paste with a shelf life, proper branding, packaging, it has a good demand for that actually. So garlic. Then cashew nut also one of the area where we can have process and make a valuation of the cashew nut. That can be possible. Then groundnut. See, groundnut is one of the second largest producers of our Indian production. In groundnut, what can be done? What is the now necessity of our Indian peoples? Indian peoples, consumer now, if you see the data, peoples are not now, they are going back to the cold pressed ghani oil. Cold pressed ghani oil. They are not going for the, what is the branded available oils are there, Saffola, or what is the available branded are there. But this is one of the industry can be taken up by our people, setting up the cold pressed ghani oils, for which again Khadi Commission is giving the funding for that, 25% that again I will give the funding part is there. But I am just requesting all of you, just identify what industry you can take up. This has a high demand in the market. Cold pressed oil is a very much demand is there. This price is double than what is available in the market. But those are classified pictures, those are aware about the quality. This groundnut oils, groundnut oil, mustard oil, badam oil, different types of oil can be taken up. This different types of oil. I'm taking the groundnut one, which is the largest producer, but we can go for the different types of oil, edible oils can be produced from the mustard oils also have good demand is there actually. So this is one of the ghani in the cluster farm also can be taken up. Some of the people can join. For example, those who are having the farmers and marginal farmers. This is one of the big industry can be taken up. If you can have each one, at least in our society, 200 people are there, 300 people are there. If they can have each one ghani, each ghani, at least there are around 40% extraction rate is there. Even per day, they can have at least 10 to 20 liters can be possible. They can collect and have a proper branding, proper packaging, brand development. This has a directly requirement in our society. In Mumbai, like places, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, if you say go your proper brand, proper marketing with the IT again, e-commerce, this thing, this is highly demanded. This can be taken up. This is ghani oil is one of the big industry and profit industry. This also we are giving the training for that. How to produce the oil, how can maintain the quality of the oil, how much moisture content should be there. Then this again a cake. What is the cake available there after extraction of oil? This has a high demand for cattle feed also. This can be also possible to take up this activity under that. Then again, dry onion, garlic and onion, ginger. If you can have a combination of this thing also, different paste actually, very good demand is there. Pumpkin now we are having the pumpkin is a very good demand. So people are now taking as a nutrition aspect in that actually. And cauliflower, sugarcane, these are vegetables are there. This is the second largest producer there. We can think of exporting this product in foreign countries. Some of our guys, some of the people, those who wanted to export a business, initially they can form a private limited company. When two people can join together, start from some of the activities, what is available in their area, easily available, what is the demand available in the foreign market also, we can get the data from the APEDA, we can get the data from the CEOs also. Federation of International standards also available there. What standards available in that country, we can just go backward and think of that. So this is one of the area we can definitely take up export activities by having this type of product. Processed product also can be possible. Vegetable products also there. Now this vegetables again, I'm talking vegetables and fruits actually. Particularly a lot of vegetables are going waste actually. 30 to 40% are going waste. How best we can form a private limited company, and even those wanted to go for individual basis also, they can set up the dehydration plant, dehydration units. They can go for the dehydration of this vegetables and properly packaging, like different, all vegetables, green vegetables are there. It has short shelf life. For export, it takes sometimes spoilage are there. There is a risk for that. If you convert it into the powder form, maintain the nutrition value, aroma that so there, that we can take up this activity in the future for the purpose of this thing. So this is one of the area we can think of that. Then again, India's agriculture infrastructure, post-harvest, there is a problem for that. So processing is the government is giving a more emphasis of the processing, for which actually governments India's a benefit. We can take the benefit for our people. We should have we are now giving our people are giving tax, but our right is what is the base on the population? What is the base on this government of India is having fund is there actually. Our one of the task force, we should form one task force. They should only study government of India's different departments or total budget allocation, what is meant for our people, how much our people are getting, why our people are not getting, and how many units are being set up. In existing units are there. We have to ask, we have to be aware about that actually. Not only get the benefit, but we should also the watchdog. We should also the commanding position to tell the government, you are not giving the benefit to our people. You are giving the advertisement, not coming to our benefit. So there are the schemes are available there. So how best we can study through our people to think about that actually. Then secondly, there is a consumption pattern of India has been now shifted from the cereal to the protein-rich product. In protein-rich products also very much important. Protein-rich products are there. Now this pandemic situation you have seen, maximum people are thinking for taking the nutritious products. See, nutritious products again. I am telling you, it's a goat is also one of the goat meat, poultry meat, eggs. This is a very now highly demanded for that actually. Setting up the poultry is also equally important. With a small amount also can be possible with 1 lakh small business. Those who want to bring up this thing that we can have automatic units can be possible there. All technologies, all hand-holding support, what documentations are required, where to submit the report, everything we can give a hand-holding support to those our brothers come forward to set up the thing, the industry. Definitely we'll give the hand-holding support and we will take up to the bankers level and what is their capacity to avail the fund that we can assess, and based on that, we can help to get our people some benefit of this thing also. This is very important. So this will not only help to just have a growth of our people, we will have our livelihood will be changed. We can, our children will go to the foreign countries for education. Meaning they can see, don't expect a job. Don't have a reservation now. Don't think of reservation. Reservation is only policy. Hardly all are now, government is now privatizing. In the future, we got this position, but our children may not get it. So we must motivate our children. We must motivate our wife. We motivate our sisters, brothers. Don't go for any job. You be the job provider, employment provider. Don't be the employees. You be the job givers. And we are having capacity. Once upon time, remember that we were the ruler of the country. We are ruler of the country. We have this course of times we have forgotten our glory. But again, time has come. Now this is a situation, pandemic situation of this government policy, making us to think positively, think very dynamically, mobilize the people to fight unite together to fight for getting the big benefit. This also required to be achieved by way of keeping the watchdog and getting the involvement in each of the activities. This is the important part is there. So this actually, I am just giving a lot of schemes are there, but there is no point actually. So I just, in general, I can think of that. All government of India scheme, subsidy part is there. 25, no, Khadi Commission I'm talking, MSME I'm talking. MSME again, there is a Spurti scheme is there. Spurti scheme means the fund for regeneration of traditional industries. Now this traditional industry, you remember, this is our industry. Our artisans in the previous way, we used to make the shoe, chappal, umbrella, this ghani, pottery. It is not. Bara Balita, this is called a Bara Balita. This is our people making the brooms. This is one of the industries there only. Now making the cane and bamboo. Our people are involving that actually. So these actually activities, but I'm telling, this is traditional industry. We are having the basic knowledge. Even this ghani also, our traditional industry is there. palm industry is a traditional industry. Palm industry is one of the area. I can tell you, palm is one of the biggest industry in the commission. It was biggest industry in the Khadi commission actually. There are 19 crores palm wealth available in India. Out of 19 crores palm wealth, 9 crores palm wealth are tappable. Actually being tapped is 4.5 crores. I was a director of this Ghani industries. I was the director of the palm industries, director of the Guru and Consent industries, director of cereal and pulse industries. So 18 years director in different positions, director of science and technology, we have had it actually. So looking to that, this is a traditional industry, our people skill. Now, what happened is, Government of India giving support to enhance the skill of our people in the form of the Spurti schemes. Now, Spurti schemes, especially one lecture we can keep that. What are our traditional industries? What are our people's involvement in there? Entire operation, how it can be operated? How many artisans are required in a village? See, there is a norms actually 300 artisans. It may be taluka level, not necessarily in one village. In the taluka level, you identify 300 minimum artisans, small artisans who are making the shoes, chappal, polishing, the carpentry, blacksmithy, tailoring, whatever the artisans there. Having existing knowledge, even potters are also there. Existing basic knowledge, they know we are the technical persons. We are having the inherent quality of the skill. Now, Government of India is setting up skill sector, but we know already skill. Now, under the Spurti program, what Government of India, Khadi Commission, MSME is giving the support to set up the advanced technological skill to our people, for which we don't have a space. We don't have a space in our house. So under this scheme, there is a common facility center Government of India is giving, Commission is giving. Under this common facility center, entire machines will be set up in the center, and our people can go there. All machines required. What is it for making the shoes, chappals, what is umbrella? Different products are there. Each one we can take. Shoes industry there, garment making industry there. So Ghani, so all these are in the cluster form. We can take this, even honey processing also one of the area we can take up. So this under the setting of the common face center, our people can go there, learn the technology, use the advanced technology, produce the product. And this one of the NGO, which is NGO or company, we should have a NGO or we should have a company. They will take responsibility to coordinate this our artisans, coordinate our existing our people's brothers in the village level. Call them. You have a data, their Aadhaar card, PAN card, addresses, and based on that we can make the documentation. And once you identify the people, 300 people, for which again 3 crores the grant is available there. 3 crores grant available there. Out of 3 crores, 80% is grant is there. Only 20% is the own contribution available there. That also we can just get through the other government schemes. Our contribution can be matching to that also can be possible. This is a Spurti scheme, which is very, very important, where our people can be trained there. They can produce the maximum good quality production. We can have a common processing, common packaging, common branding, common testing, and publicity can be there. And we can have a supply chain of that product also. We can set up our franchise of that unit for marketing purposes. This is also one of the area we can think of that Spurti scheme. Now, if we go to the MSME again higher levels, if you have more than 500 people are there, for that, again 5 crores of grant available there. Again, if you go for the bigger levels, under the Ministry of MSME, Government of India, MSME DI, 20 crores grant scheme for clusters also available there. So it is depending upon what level we can take the benefit of that. We can plan accordingly. We can have a separate forum for that, and we can think of that. So this is one of the area we can take up that. The southern part, I am to tell you, say, palm industry, Nira is a very nutritious and delicious drink, which Gandhi used to drink for that. See, Nira, you can see the Chennai, Kerala, even Hyderabad also, some people are there. In Hyderabad government, actually, they were promoting Khadi. Khadi is nothing but fermented form of the Nira. But when we tap the Khadi, when we tap the Nira from the date palm, coconut palm, sago palm, and palmera palm, that we are putting the mud pot with coating the lime inside the pot to avoid the fermentation till to reach to the consumer. Then after taking that, then we are keeping in the cold storage, we are keeping the diffuser, freezer, and serving to the people. This has a tremendous demand for this. So from the Nira, those who are not able to supply the nira, when I was actually director in this palm industry in Chennai, we have set up the sugar plant. You just imagine, sugar plant. That lady was then become the chief secretary afterwards actually, and she retired. So this was a high demand. Now they are making the Chennai part is they are making it. Even Karnataka also having a good quality of this nira. But sometimes government also they are not permitting in Hyderabad some places. Then we intervention. We have been invited to the chief secretary. Now nira is a good for our people. And from nira we can come to the jaggery. From nira we can come to the candy. Candy is a very good for the ladies' wives. Lata Mangeshkar like used to take the candy from the nira, padanir. Then this is the drinker part. Then you say palm fruits, no tadgola. There is a Palmera palm. You are having the nungus. You can take nungu. Nungu is a very delicious part. If you can just collect the nungu, remove the cover, and can it, that is having high demand in the foreign countries. But Indian also culture is having a very good demand there. It's also one of the best industry can be possible for that actually. And the important part is that there is a research has been conducted under our carrying mother. If you drink the nira, calcium, iron will be increasing for that. Similarly, if you can go further, so nutrition aspect also there. Calcium, iron, riboflavin, nicotinic acid also available there. That we can think of that. Okay. So these are the activities we can take up. And then from the, see nira, you see Chennai, this is nira palm industry. Chennai government has declared as a state tree. Maybe knowing somebody from Chennai, palm industry has declared as a state tree by government of Chennai. And from that, what is the buses, driver seats are there. That is prepared from the nar. This is one of the big industry there. Then brushes, fibers from the palm we can convert the fiber, extract the fiber, and from the fiber we can make the brushes. Brushes can be used in the factory for cleaning, anti-acid. This is anti-acid property there only. Acid also it won't get spoiled, and it is a great demand of export value for available for the purposes. This can be taken up for that activity. This is one of the area we can take up for this activity. Again, honey. I tell you, honey is one of the beekeeping industry. Now, Government of India, Prime Minister of India, has started a sweet revolution. See, sweet revolution. Honey, that is sweet means honey. Government of India, Prime Minister of India, through the Khadi Commission, they are promoting beekeeping for employment generation, beekeeping for crop productivity. From honey bee, we get the honey, we get the wax, we get the pollen, we get the royal jelly. And when these bee boxes, honey bee boxes are put in the farmer's farm, it increases the yield 30 to 40%, different. So now those who are having the mangoes, those who are having different types of sunflower, those who are having different, and these are there, they are attracting for that. So this is also very good industry there. We can have a beekeepers training program for which we give the training for our people. Some of the people can come together. 8th standard peoples or illiterate peoples can come together. We can give the training for them, how to manage the bee colony, how to handle the bee colony, and how we can go for the collection of the honey. Then our also, under the farmer producers company, that can be possible. And we can set up the even honey processing plant. Suppose if we don't go for the management of the bee colony, we can set up the honey processing plant, for which again, Government of India, under the Ministry of Food Processing Industry, even Khadi Commission also giving the fund for that. Again, in the form of the cluster they are giving. If you want to go for individually, 25 lakhs are available from the KVIC. MSMEs also they are giving more than this 50 lakhs also possible there under the cluster forms also can be taken up. So one of the area we can take up this totally. Then again, last one is fishery. I'm giving some time, then we can have some discussion also with there. Okay. So again, Prime Minister of India has started an ambitious scheme like Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, fishery development. See, this is actually you may be aware, the Government of India has given the more focus for development of this is called a Blue Revolution. In the Blue Revolution, fisheries and aquacultures are important factors which give the nutrition to our peoples. It gives the employment to our peoples. It increases the gross value in the Indian market. It has a gross added value. Fisheries also there. And economies, you see, 2000 2,1,200 and 95 crores economy is giving through the fisheries. See the great scope for that. So our people, individual level also, they can come forward for taking the benefit of this fishery cultivation. We can even processing, marketing, converting the value-addition products also can be possible for that. And it has a great demand for export. For export again, we can give a special training, those coming forward. Only for export purposes, we can have a webinar for that. See, during the last webinars, during the pandemic, before the pandemic situation, just as a passion, I did a post-deployment foreign trade. How to market, how to export the product in the foreign countries. What type of products are demanded? So this fish is having great demand in the foreign countries. And we are having the people, so those are already doing this thing. So what can be done? All the time, we need not go for reinvention of the wheel. We can, those are processing, those who are collecting the fish, we can have a tie-up of buying the fish. We can convert the processing farms. And also we can, through the frozen in the conditions, we can have a cold storage system under the scheme. And directly we can just have a refrigerator van. Through the van also, we can just have a directly marketing. Mobile marketing one for the fish product. Mobile marketing one for the agriculture products. Mobile marketing for the meat products. Mobile marketing for the fruits products, processed product, anything there. So this also scheme is very much in demand. We can go for the marketing activity through the mobile marketing van, for which again Commission giving 10 lakhs under the scheme for that, including taking the van, taking the raw materials. And there are companies who can set up the such type of nicely production they can take up, and it can be taken to the sector. So export, actually having the export value 46,589 crores export value there for fish product. Under that, the government has made a special provision. Government of India, Prime Minister of India has made a 20,050 crores of budget provision for this. This is centrally sports our schemes. 60% coming from the central government, 40% giving by the government, state government of all India level. That also we can take the benefit of that scheme. And our contribution, whatever the projection is there, we are also getting the subsidy part, nearly around 35% subsidies part available there. Own contribution, we are having only 15% of them. So these are some of the area. Again, Stand Up India, you may be knowing Stand Up India is meant for the SC, ST and women category. Stand Up India scheme has been promoted by the Government of India on 5th April. I think Babu Jajan's birthday is there, 5th April. Is it true? 5th April. On his birthday, the Stand Up India scheme has been launched where 125 lakhs bankers are, national banks are there. And they have been given target of each bank I am telling, one SC, one ST and one woman category. SC category, women can be general category also there. So this is a special scheme available for us actually. Unfortunately, we are not promoting, we are not tapping this scheme. There is initially when the scheme was formed, there was some lacuna. I was also part of the, during the, when later on CMD was there, I met him personally. Initially, they were asking 25% contribution of this 1 crore. It has gone 2 crores actually. I said, from where our people can get the 25%? Then government of Maharashtra come forward, and for SC/ST category, that our own contribution, they are giving under the government scheme or SC/ST category scheme in the form of the grant to them. This is 25% subsidy there actually. 10% is actually own contribution, 15% subsidy there only as a whole actually. But this was to be remitted by our people at the time of sanctioning in the bank. But this was not possible to have a 25 lakhs for getting the 1 crore. It has gone now 2 crore. So this is matching loan can be possible to get the subsidiary part from the state government schemes also, or from the Government of India Social Welfare Department. So they are coming forward to give our equity for the purpose for the thing also. So this also Stand Up India is very good scheme there available there. Existing units can grow for the scheme, and they are giving the hand-holding support right from the project preparation, right from the documentation. They have set up, they identified some of the institutions, some of the NGOs they identified, and they are giving the hand-holding support for documentation, project preparation, uploading the document to the government scheme. Then when we can think of how to get the benefit of the scheme, when our people just put up our application, what is the prime necessity that we will have to train our people how to face the interview of the bankers. What are the documentation part is important for that. Project preparation is a part of the CE or some experienced persons, they can prepare it. but what is the available in the project? What project components are there? What is the cost of the machine? What is the capacity of the machine? How much production can be made? What can be the total installed capacity of the machine? How much we are going to use the machines? What is the raw material cost? What is the finished product cost? What is the benefit we are getting it? Basic data, what is available in the project, we have to reveal with our beneficiary. When they go to the bank will ask what is the project report. If you can say, I am going to set up the dairy plant, then they will ask which machineries are there. So basic, we have to train our people. We have to have a training for our people, how to get the benefit from the banker, because banks are concerned, banks are their own banks, they feel that their safety. Now, for if anybody, any beneficiary goes NPA, concerned bank who has given the finance to the beneficiary, bankers should be held responsible for that. Therefore, we have to think of that, how best those who want to take up the benefit. First of all, we should not be defaulter, number one. When we take any type of loan, any type of project cost actually, we have to think how much I can give my own contribution. Khadi Commission for a small project, they are giving 25 lakh. It is the only scheme where we have to have a 5% own contribution. 5% own contribution, and then 35% subsidy there for that. In urban areas, it is 25% subsidy. In rural area, it is a 35% subsidy. What is the rural area? Rural area means population of their area should not exceed more than 20,000. And when you prepare the project, under the capital expenditure for plant and machinery, against 1 lakh, one employment to be generated, it is to be prepared in the project report. This is one of the important factors there. So we have to train our people how to face the bankers, how to do the questionnaire. There is checklist available there. So we will have to train our beneficiary how they can get the benefit from the banker. And before going for the production, again, I am giving a very important aspect. Before starting any production, first we should go backward, forward. So what is the forward? Where we will market the product. We can think of the whatever existing products are available there, doesn't matter. We can have our own special product. So whatever the now branded products are there, beside that also, people are taking the first generation's entrepreneurs product having the quality. So I will tell you, I was just morning, I was talking with our friend from the Hyderabad also there. Again, this is the millet. This is one of the industry which can be taken up very bright way, very potentially there. Bajra, ragi, this jaws are there only, sorghums are there differently, jowars are there. This is again very much demand is there in the Indian market. Because of that, we can take up the benefit of our friend Shishadhar from the Hyderabad there. I can connect later on. Now we can have we need not go for setting up the industries. Existing industries, those who are doing the business, we can have a tie-up, make the use of their product. Third-party manufacturing can be possible. We can initially have their brand, market ourselves. Subsequently, if you find a market, you have your own brand, get manufactured there. Third-party manufacturing with own branding and existing branding can also be possible. So easily you can reach to the market. Secondly, market share, when you see that actually, you see our examples in own house. What we are taking it? In our own house, what is our total budget where we are spending more? That gives the market research. We are spending maximum to the groceries, milk, and other comings of the groceries also there only. So this activity also can be taken up a very big way. So these are the only, we have to train our people how to get the benefit of the banker. And those who are retired bankers are there, we can also induct in our people. We have such type of training to them, and they can go for that actually. Once they get the loan, we have to see that what best loan is given according to the norms we have to use for the purpose for which it is given. Where is the losses now? Why we are not prospering? Sometimes those who are taking the loan, we are diverting that loan meant for our industry for our personal purposes. That should be avoided, so that will give the strength. And banker also have a belief that whatever we are getting and we are investing in the plant, machinery, construction, right from the, you should have a land should be owned. You can have a land on the lease basis also can be possible. While taking the lease, you can have a 7 years or minimum 10 years, you can have a lease land. Even on that also, it is possible to have a lease agreement with these people. Sometimes if you don't have a land, make the person who is having the land, he can be partner with that actually. So how synergy can be possible there? Sometimes when one is having the knowledge, other is having the fund, how best you can make use of the both of them, that also can be possible. Okay. So I think these are the lot of activities are there. Already 8:30 is there. So I will just have some question answer will be better. We can ask.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. So that is the presentation. That is the presentation, brothers. Are you excited? Yeah, let's give a round of applause for sir and a loud round of applause, everybody. Deepak, you can just open the floor for a nice, applause for sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. You are the, yes, sir. You are the pride of the community, and you are a gold mine of food industry and businesses. And I'm sure our people can benefit out of your expertise and the depth of knowledge and all the contacts you have. We can make use of your contacts. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, all of us from on the show, and again the community at large who could not able to attend. We thank you sincerely, and we are going to have your presentations every month, 1 week, and I think each month prepare a calendar. So yeah, Deepak, so you take over, my good friend, and moderate the question and answer session. So
yeah,
over to you, Deepak.
Before we jump on to our Q&A, I want to talk about InformMac Online Academy. So once we give an update on that, we can jump for the Q&A session. We have an ample time. We have more than 30 minutes, 33 minutes we have, and we can, I hope Sar can address as many questions as possible. Okay. So before we jump on to that, my dear participants, I would like to, there is a drop in the attendance. So please don't drop. Please don't leave the meeting. We have 30 more minutes, and maybe someone might ask a question that might help you, and Sir might address it, and you might get benefited with the answer provided by the sir. So please have the patience and be there. We have 30 participants right now, and please stay attentive and listen to SAR's Q&A session. Okay. Before we go for that, we have very few people who have sent their details, but that's very important for us. So please send your details in the chat box. I want to see every one of you. We have 30 participants, and 30 participants should share the details in the chat. Please send your name, what you do, and where are you from, and your mobile number. So, or all the 4 things. And if you want to write something about you, if you want us to know something about you, you can even include there. Okay. Please go ahead and please type in. Please type in. Please send your details in the chat. Please drop a message in the chat. If you don't know how to go to the chat, I'll tell you. If you see towards the, if you see on your mobile, you see 3 buttons to the right. You see 3 buttons to the right, more. You click on that and you find chat. So click on chat and please drop in your message there. Go to chat and drop in your message there. I want one of you to do that. Please go ahead and send your details. Please. Thank you, Pawan. Thank you, Pawan. Please, everyone, please send your details on the chat. Please, because we want to know who has attended the meeting, and we can follow up with you. And even someone who wants to maybe get in touch with you in person, maybe if you are expert in something else, they might, yeah. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you. Thanks for sending the details. Yeah, please. Sudhakar sir, FCI, Nalgonda. Sir, thanks, but can you also share the mobile number if you wish to? Okay, Ramesh, Garikipat Ramesh, brother.
Sure,
Brother,
sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah, brother, please, you too, please drop in the mobile number if you wish. If you want to share your mobile number, you can please share the mobile number. I want every one of you to please send the details right away. Chennappa Roy, thank you, sir. Sudhakar, sir, thank you. So please, everyone, we don't want to waste time here, but please, because we need the details. We need your details to follow up with you or to know who has attended the meeting. We will be sending minutes of the meeting. So we want to tell your name. So we want to tell your name. Okay. And we want to mention your name in the minutes of the meeting. So please do send your details. Okay. Okay. Before you do that, while you're doing that, let me share what's happening here with the Inform Mac Online Academy. So I'm muting everyone. So mute all. Okay. Everyone is on mute now. So let me share a few details about Inform Mac Online Academy. So it's been more than 3 months now, closely 3 months now, since we started Inform Mac Online Academy, and we are successfully running the show Inform Mac Online Academy. And we have faculty here. One of them, Jailal sir, is here. Thanks for joining for the meeting, sir. And I see another faculty also. Did he drop, sir? Okay. So we have faculty here who has joined. So right now we are providing classes for NEET and JEE, IIT, and JEE, AIEEE, and ANSET. So everyone who if there's anyone who wants to learn from our faculty, you're free to come. If you know any student who are preparing for NEET, JEE, and ANSET and AIEEE, you can please refer our Inform Mac online platform so that they can come and join the class and listen to it. If you are someone who wants to see how the classes are going, you have the Inform Mac Online Academy number, you can please come and check the classes. You can inspect in a way, another word. You can come and see how the classes are happening. And if you want to recommend it to someone before you recommend, if you want to check how the quality of the class, please come and inspect the class in silence and see how it is happening. Okay, and another thing is, for any program to sustain for a long time, it needs financial support. So I request you all, if anyone who has joined today for the meeting, if you're one who wants to support the program, please drop in a message. Or you please contact the Inform Mac Online Academy number. So your finances, your support is very much important. Okay, and going forward, we are planning for a few other programs. So to kick off those programs, we need some financial funds for that. So you please think of it, and if you can really help us, there are hundreds of students who are looking for a help. So the only way we can eradicate the poverty is through education. So I need your support. Thanks so much for giving this 5 minutes time to give you an update on Inform Mac Online Academy. And we have Jairaj sir here. So, Sir Solomon sir, it's over to you. Yeah. And we have Jairaj sir. We have Jairaj sir, and we have Vijay Bonal Garu also today. And we have Surendranath sir. I think sir left, and whoever.
Yeah, hearty welcome to Dr. Teneti, the founder of Inform Mac. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence, and thank you. Hearty welcome to Vijay Bonila, the dynamic leader of Madhika community across India. So hearty welcome to you, dynamic leader and national convener, and hearty welcome to the President Andhra Pradesh, IAP, Surendranath Gundala. So thank you very much, Deepak. Are you moderating the question and answer session yourself?
Yeah, I'll be moderating, but I haven't seen any question coming in. Dear brothers, if you have any questions, please drop in the chat. Or if you want to open the line and talk to sir directly, you can please, you are free to do that.
You can raise your hand. So
you can raise your hand. Okay, now the Q&A section is open for you. So please come up with your questions. And once again, I've seen very few messages in the chat box. I want every one of you to please share your details.
Okay. So while the question and answer questions are coming, so may I request Dr. Jared Tenitris to say a few words on of encouragement towards for Keshav D, Kamble sir, the Mogul of food industries, India, Magical Margas. So sir, would you like to say a few words? And even Vijay Bonla also, if you can say a few words, and then while people are thinking about questions to ask, so these our leaders can say a few words. So over to Jayaraj.
Please give the time to Vijay Bonela.
Yes, sir. So I think he's there. I think Deepak is. I could not see. Is Vijay is here? Hello, Vijay.
I see.
Good evening.
I see him. But,
good evening.
I see him.
Good evening, Vijay. Would you like to please speak few words? Hello. Sir, you can speak, sir, so that Vijay can come over and he can also. So say a few words upon for sir. Over to you,
Hello,
sir.
good evening. Hello, good evening, all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Today, until now, I was attending another Zoom meeting, which is, our great leader, great officer, Dr. R.S. Praveen Kumar sir. He has resigned from the Telangana government, from the seat of secretary to Telangana Social Welfare Residential Schools. And he was additional DGP of Telangana government. He has resigned and he wanted to work. He wanted to take us to the further heights in the in our lives. All of us have been finding a big deficiency or lacuna in our development. See, we are finding short of a competent leadership. Praveen Kumar sir has proved that he is one of the greatest leaders of this country and the community by improving the performance of the Telangana and Andhra social welfare residential schools. He has the schools are same, the teachers are same, the children are same, but after his arrival as a secretary, he has improved the school's performance by leaps and bounds. It is not merely, he has given a new definition for education. It is an overall development of an individual, not merely getting a rank. Getting a rank is, of course, is very important, but in addition to that, it must lead us in life. So he has transformed the residential schools to such a height that no one can compare it with this performance across this country. So he has proved that leadership. He has got such a wonderful leadership, and his articulation is so clear, so lucid, and he has given a talk today, and many others also have spoken in that. And so it is a very big turning point in the history of the Bahujans. It's not only about Madigas, but about the similar people like us. There are so many other people in this country who have been suffering over the centuries. And it is a turning point now. and we are having a very big hopes. Please tell everyone that a new leadership is emerging across, and it is going to change the lives of the people in many ways. You know, the importance of the political power, I need not tell you. It is because, you know, after Modi has come to the power, how he has brought in, see, these political decisions. Overnight, he has given orders such a way that it has affected everybody in the country. For example, demonetization. He spoke in the TV at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and he said that your notes are no more valid from tomorrow onwards. So like that, he has declared lockdown suddenly without informing anyone, anything, without giving an opportunity for any preparation. So such was the kind of decisions political power can impose upon us. So unless we have our own leadership in the political power, it is our lives are going to be much more miserable. So to fill that lacuna, he has come forward. He has come forward and take us to the higher levels and to the seat of power. We all have experienced that, see, what is thought to be impossible is made possible by Kanshiramji. Kanshiramji, in his own lifetime, he has started a party. He has seen that the party came to power, that size of the state is so big that it is 22 crore population. That means in the world, when we have 185 nations, only 4 or 5 nations have such big population, right? Such big population in the country, in the world. That means the leadership which we have achieved in Uttar Pradesh is more than a nation, more than many nations for that matter. So such power we have achieved, and we have, our people have enjoyed what is a power, how the power can do things. So we have a living example in front of our eyes. So once again, in the country is actually looking for a good leadership, and the people are looking for a great leadership, and that leadership is going to be provided by our none other than our Dr. R.S. Praveen Kumar. He is a proved leader. He is a proven leader. It's not simply some theory. He has shown what is a leadership is, and he has created what is called sparrows. These sparrows are there all across the world, and they have achieved such great results, like, you know, the Purna, a young girl of 13 years, she has youngest girl to climb the Mount Everest. And there are girls who earlier, whose background is so poor, such children are studying all over the country and even in foreign countries. So that is all his motivation, and you are welcome to see his YouTube channels, all his interviews, and all his achievements, and please take this message all across. And today's guest, I'm sorry I could not listen to him, but that is a great subject that you have chosen. That is MSME, food processing, which is a very, very important subject, I know, because most of the India's produce is none other than the agricultural products. And we still have a plenty of opportunity to increase the agriculture produce to needs of the people on the one hand, and we have the opportunity even for exports. There are plenty of opportunities for export of agricultural products. So we can start a unit with a very small amounts also. Not that we have to start our units with lakhs or crores of rupees, but still we can still start a very humble way and then grow. There are so many examples. There are so many examples who have started from a very humble background and with a very small capital, and they have grown. And such examples are just in front of us. So let us emulate such a people, and we also take the advantage of the schemes that are provided by the government. Government is also encouraging by introducing some certain schemes. So those schemes we must have covered today, sir, because by virtue of his what do you call Chief Executive Officer for Khadi and Village Industries Department, Government of India. So I wish that all of you have been benefited out of his talk, and I thank him for sparing his time to give us a very, very valuable information to all the participants. Please take this information to all our people, those who fail to join this meeting. I thank you very much for organizing Pulamparthi, Vijay Chandra Bonela, all these people for organizing this and sparing their time and taking up a very wonderful program.
Okay, sir.
And Deepak has explained the other online programs like, NEET coaching program, and then for intermediate students coaching programs. Several programs are being taken up by our Inform MAC. I congratulate all those participants, the organizers, and the people who are supporting us. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, sir. That is Jairaj Teneti for you, the founder Inform MAC. May I request the dynamic leader, Vijay Bonela, the national convener Inform MAC. So Vijay, would you please give us a few words of encouragement and also say a few words about Keshav sir also. Go to you, Vijay.
Yeah, thank you, Solomon. Thank you, Deepak, for organizing this. Keshav sir, how are you, sir? Kamble sir.
Keshav sir has to unmute himself. Yeah.
I am fine.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Finally, it happened actually. And Salman and Deepak and myself and Keshav sir, we had a discussion after Mumbai event, and we want to, the same thing, we want to spread this message to the people for those who want to become entrepreneurs and who want to start a little bit, start with a small business thing and entering. So now it happened. And thanks Deepak and Salman, because of you both efforts and everything is there. And Keshav sir, I have a few things which I want to ask you, because our people, because you know, you not left anything. You talk about all cereals and what are the central government schemes and state government schemes, and even the KYC, everything you touched up. So that is a great thing. But I thought because of you giving too much of knowledge and people also not able to collect the, which is they have to choose. So what I request Keshav sir and Salman and Deepak, and we can categorize the businesses, those who are able to at least put in a 5 lakhs as a capital, and those who can keep it to the 7 lakhs is in a capital. And like that, we have to divide based on their capitals and based on their investment, we can take up this project. So because all the projects which Keshav Kamble sir is told, plug and play things. And for example, the honey is the most successful thing. And those who have the mango gardens and these cashew gardens, immediately they can pitch in for the honey and this thing, because they have the land, they have the facilities. If they can thought about this thing could be launched in the same garden, the mango garden is an extra money for them. For maintaining and everything can be taken care. So honey is the one thing which we can do it quickly. And as a collectively, what we can do, and the milk is talking about, the chilling points. The milk and chilling points can also be, we can do it. Only thing we have to do is farmer production companies to be registered. Once that could be registered, and everyone, the little bit contribution, we can do it. For the training, we need some more patience to identify the like-minded people, set up a farmer production companies, and we can do it. That is the only solution. And once the pilot thing is success, and we can scale up. So now our duty to identify the like-minded, enthusiastic, then we have to go with small. Always a small initiative make the big difference. Once our small initiative can become successful, happily we can launch anywhere. And that could be case study. And that is my, how to say. And second thing, and don't look at for the subsidy. Generally, people say that the subsidy is coming. So the initial thought is that this much of subsidy. Don't look at the subsidy and you focus on the business, how to do it. Subsidy is like a surplus money which is coming. So that is my, because when I started and I see the other people, generally they think about subsidies. So that's why don't look at the subsidies and focus on the how to launch. The back end and front end is another most important, as rightly Keshav sir said. So, and my thing is, even last time also we met the Fisheries Ministries, and he also suggested 60% is there in the aqua. So 60% subsidy is there. So 60% is a good thing generally. 35%, 45% is what generally now getting is 60% is as a new scheme. Pradhan Mantri much something is, he mentioned it. I'm not recollecting that name. So minister also be helping us if somebody want to start aqua and fishery cultivation. So that is also good. And goat rearing also we can do it in the farmer production companies. So our first aim is making a people getting into the farmer production company could be, the target would be as the first step I can feel. So we can do that way. So this is my suggestion. So one by one, because not only this one step, we have done the meeting and we feel happy, okay, something we get it, and we got some idea about the how the things are, what the schemes, what the things are happening. So not this point actually. The next step would be is the crucial. So taking a decision is the crucial. And third step is making a documentation, making our money funding arrangements is the crucial. So the first step is easy, and step 2 and step 3 is little bit challenging. So once we cross the step 2 and step 3, and from step 4 onwards, we can see the result. So that is my thing when somebody want to come into the business. This is my humble submission to you, Keshav sir, and Deepak and Salman sir.
That is, thank you very much, Deepak. Sir, please go ahead.
Yeah.
You have rightly suggested. My purpose of joining this today's lecture webinar, I want to see that how best we can convert into the business. Just to identify, you can just have a small core committee meeting, potential enterprising people, those who are having interest, desire, enthusiasm. Money is not the criteria. Just a motivation, attitude, confidence, knowledge. Those who are having such a basic enthusiastic motivation of positive people, sir, you first have a think, identify the project. Whatever you are going to identify the project, like a honey processing plant, that dairy plant, poultry plant, fishery plant. Even I was telling a procurement of senior process and all these things also can be identify the product. I will be associating all the time from the scratch to the top level. Don't worry for that. How to get the project report prepared. We will train the people to prepare the project to our CA people. How to submit the project. See, he rightly said that Khadi Commission is giving 25 lakh. It's the smallest amount can be started with that. 25 lakh, even a 5% loan contribution, not much actually. From that level, and those are individual level also, those are having potential to do big business, they can go for the 1 crore, 2 crore, 5 crore also can be possible. We can have a formal process company formation, identify the people. I will give the complete background, how to form the company, and we can get it done with the small people. We can join together all the people from the local CA, and I will train them and they can do the documentation part. So right from the identification of the, first you identify the product, identify the people, rest of the thing just convey me. I will just give the sitting here only. A to Z, I will see that it will be done and it will be implemented. We can have a training for the skill development. I will arrange the machinery for the production. We can have a training for the how to make the production viable and how to branding. What are the FSR standard requirement for that? Everything we can have a collective approach and single point informations and forward backward linkages we can make. This is the only way we can go forward, because the conducting webinar is a good thing. All of you have taken a very good initiatives to organize such an important program. These are sometimes there are many schemes are there. Start from the at least 10. There are 30 people are there. At least you can have 30 people, at least 10 can become put together initially. For individual project, company formation, existing NGOs, you can take up this thing. Next level, we can go for the slowly for the FPO formations. This is my suggestions.
Yeah.
Deepak, there are some few questions. Will you read it out to sir?
Yeah, I will read out the questions. So
please.
Yeah, I'll read
there
out
is
the
someone
questions.
asking Kannada, somebody.
Okay. So there are many questions. Not only that, there are many questions.
Okay. Go ahead.
So,
ask one by one.
I'll ask one by one. So while the questions are addressed, you please keep yourself on mute. Okay. So if in case you have something, if you want to directly unmute yourself and ask your question, you are free to do that. But before that, let us finish these questions that have come in chat. Okay. The first question is from Sandesh Teneti, sir. He is asking for Kamble sir's mail ID. I have just pinned it in the chat, so you can get it there. So you can definitely reach out to sir in person by writing to him, to his email ID. Okay. And Shekhar Onikeri from Bangalore, sir has a question. Can you please put some light on financial approval process with MSME and KVIC?
Okay. See, I will tell you that Government of India, almost all Government of India, including KVIC, MSME, NABARD, food processing, everything, all the programs, it is now, there is no need to go to any office. This is online submissions are there. If you can just, online submissions are there. First, what is the requirement in submission? You basically name, place, what is your qualification, then where you want to set up the business, what is your background of that actually, if you have to use some training background, then EDP training courses. Also, you can do the advanced entrepreneurship development program. Some of our institutions are conducting the program. You can do it earlier also, or after sanction also, it can be possible. All this information, then you have to get the quotation of the machinery. Whatever you are going to set up the business, you have to get a quotation of the machinery, and then we have to prepare the project, bankable project report. So bankable project report, we can engage the local CA. I can give the basic data, how to prepare the project report. And all this information is to be uploaded directly on the www.kvc.org.in. For 25 lakhs actually, up to 10 lakhs, there is only we have to have a no collateral security. RBI guidelines there. If any project below 10 lakh, bank are not supposed to ask the collateral security. So automatically you have to identify which are the two banks name you have to give that actually. And when we upload the data, data go to the processing hub of the bankers. There are some nodal banks are there. That data reach to there. When you upload data, initially there was a district level committee was there, but now district level committee has been dissolved, and directly you can submit the application online. It will go to the concerned hub. It will be processing, and this concerned bank will scrutinize. Basically, they will see whether as per the norm. What is the norm? 5% own contribution for SC/ST, 10% for general category. Then whether in a rural area they are confirming. So if all these norms are available there, you are given the quotation, you are given the proper project report. In the project report, we have to tie up where we are going to market it. What we have done some research, we have to put it there actually. Research data can be just, we can tie up somebody. There are people who can just take a buyback arrangement also can be possible. Some of the people can take an undertaking also, we will market your product, we produce the product. This also can be possible. So all this data, we have to upload it actually, and a bank take decision for sanctioning. For a 10 lakh actually, bank will just call the candidate, he will have an interview, he will ask whether the individual is having the knowledge about the business or not. He will just, what is the skill knowledge, particularly how to run the business. That's why before going for such an interview to the banker, we will have to train our people what bank expect the questions and how to reply the questions. And then important part is there, where to market it? Where to market it? How to market it? Then we can have a e-commerce also platform. We can say e-commerce is now is a widely accepted platform, so where we can go for that. Under the public portal also we can take it. We can our product we can put on the portal of the MSME so that the government can place direct order through the portal. So this data we have to provide to the bank, and bank take decision sanction. When bank sanction, bank will have an inspection to the individual unit. They will see whether he is having the land, whether he is a person is available there. It is genuine person, and based on that, then bank sanction the amount. Bank sanction the amount and keep the after having you have to open the account in the bank. Your own contribution you have to put in the bank 5% for our category, and then bank releases the other amount. Entire amount will be released in a one stroke in your account. But normally, generally, first of all, normally the certain banks follow the system. If first they are giving for construction of the building. As per their planning made in the project report, there is some fund required for construction of the building. While construction of building, we have to plan as per the FSR standard. What is their specification, length, what is the parameters we have to keep it there. And then after sanctioning when we complete the construction part, then bank releases for the machineries to be procured for that. Which are the machineries we are giving the quotation. Sometimes they will send to the supplier, sometimes they will give to you, and you will ask to submit the bill afterwards also. Once you set up the plant and machinery, then they will release the working capital. All these things, they will complete some formalities of a documentation part, mortgage, this acquisition deed will be there. Up to 10 lakh, banks are not supposed to take the surety from the individual. If such banks are asking surety up to 10 lakh, you can just, I was handling the standing parliamentary committee along with that, and there were some complaints. For 10 lakhs of banks asking the security, such banks we have to report to the RBI, and there is a general manager, they take action against such bank to ask for security for the 10 lakh. So like that, they sanction for the 10 lakh. Up to 25 lakhs again, same procedure is followed for that. But up to about 10 lakh, there is again a security part is coming for 25 lakhs. So we have to think that we don't have a security part. Sometimes we have to tie up with this credit guarantee scheme fund is there to the bank. When you prepare the project, you can go to that credit guarantee fund, that bank is there. And we say, we don't have a subsidy, we don't have our own contribution. We cannot develop or mortgage property, additional property. So there is a provision up to 1 crore. So there is a provision to get the collateral free loan to the credit guarantee fund scheme of the MSME. Sometimes if your project is good, bank take the cognizance of that, and there will be some percentage of additional interest will be there. That in case if it become NPA, that credit guarantee fund has to take the responsibility to record the fund. This is rarely happens. Mostly, unless bank is having you have a good track record, good marketing there, that they take care of it. Otherwise, normally banks ask for the security for that. So when we take the project, we have to think that how much amount is we have to take for that. Small amount you can start for 10 lakh, 25 lakh, 25 lakhs is usually we can think of that actually mortgaging if some are the having good background. But those who are our people are having less than that, better go for the 10 lakh. And suppose if you go for the bigger level, if you join together in the form of the cluster, Spurti clusters, then there is no need of having such a thing. Usually you can connect 200 people and they will get 80% of the subsidy part will be there. Crore, the form of 3 crore, 80% subsidy will be there. So in that way, this is the process of sanctioning the loan by the bankers. And that subsidy part is kept in 35% subsidy is kept in your account as a locking period for 3 years. In the 3 years, when you work properly, utilize the properly, then automatically after 3 years, they will have an inspection of your unit. And when you have utilized all the amount meant for the purpose for which it has been released, then this 3 lakh, what is the 35% subsidy, they adjust against your loan amount, balance loan amount. So this is the back-end subsidy you are getting, and full-fledged system is there. Very successful scheme is there. 85% success rate is across the India. I was dealing at all India level. 85% of people are properly using the fund. 15% there are some shortage are there, some miscalculation there. But normally this is a very banker-friendly, beneficiary-friendly, and economic point of view also. Indian economy also. That's why MSME is giving the 40% contribution to the GDP of government of India. So this scheme you can take like that only. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for explaining it.
Thank you so much. Sir. Thank you, sir. Deepak, one question to sir. Sir, in the cluster, you said what is the minimum number for the cluster, sir, for higher project, let us say? Actually, what is the minimum number?
Minimum 500 people, sir. Minimum is 300 to 500. 300 you get a 1.5 and 3 crores actually. Above 500 you can have a maximum. 3 crore will be there. 500. And so you can have a district. There is no need, it will be from one village. It can be from the district level or taluka level, also can be nearer village. You can join together. These artisans, existing artisans, those existing artisans can join together.
Sir, that is okay. Yes, sir. That is okay. Suppose let us assume that we take businesses. Suppose milk is there. Some lady has 3 cows. So and another person. So is it for only for, suppose it is for dairy? Then can we get one member in the cluster with 3 buffaloes?
Yeah.
And please the cluster part, please explain, sir.
See, cluster is nothing but so for example,
is it for one business or for all businesses we can form a cluster?
See, any cluster. Suppose for example, I am talking about dairy. So Khadi Commission, KVIC is giving the post-harvesting processing only for animals and this goat, meat, poultry. This is the NABARD scheme is there. We can tap the NABARD scheme for the cow, live animals. Those people are already having existing this thing. Then their production of the milk can be taken out through our clusters. There will be one company, a farmer producers company can be formed there, or even an NGO also can be formed there. You can collect the milk producer from this each farmer and have a processing plant, chilling plant, supply chain, and also conversion of the product. So this is a way we can get the one project for the cow milk. We can get from the NABARD actually scheme for processing purposes. Processing of the plant we can get from the MSME or even KVS also can be possible. Okay.
Yeah. So we have many questions to address.
So what we can do is now. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So please we have many other questions to address, sir. If you can please keep your answer in a couple of lines, because we have many other questions. So if you think we have to go in detail to that, maybe we'll have a separate in the coming up programs. We can take up it. Okay. So now other question from Sandeep Demakuri is, sir, how to identify primary market research participants? Secondary market research data can be.
I couldn't hear it properly.
Am I audible now? So is my network okay? Am I audible? So anyone?
Yes,
am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you.
You are audible, Deepak, but sir is listening.
No problem. Yeah.
Sir, can you listen to me?
Sir, screen is frozen.
Which means, sir,
Go ahead, Deepak.
I think SAR
Screen is frozen.
Yeah. So SAR left.
I
SAR
think
left.
his connection.
I think SAR is back. Sir, Kamble sir, are you back?
He will come back.
Yeah.
Are you back?
There's a problem of a connectivity there problem actually.
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
What if the questions are there?
Yeah.
Yes, you can give the question to our organizer.
So I'm reading the question now.
Yeah.
So if you can address this, how to identify primary market research participants, secondary market research data can be extracted from government sites. After identifying the buyer for business, how to reach out to them in a best possible way.
Actually, data, there are the companies available, the government data is available there. How many societies are, see, what can you do? You can go to the municipal corporation and get the list of the society's members. How many people are there? And then you can have a direct method, use the method directly from the farm to the consumer. This is one way. You can reach to the directly, and through our e-commerce platform, you can just have a IT solution and address to everybody there. And social media also there. You can put the product on your social media. People get connected for that actually. So how can we connect to the people? It's only you have to make the publicity. You have to make the propaganda through the social media, e-commerce. Sometimes, this is the only way for that actually. Facebook is also one of the good areas there only completely. LinkedIn also you can keep some product. You can also attend some exhibitions organized by suppose if you get the fund for that, then Khadi Commission organizing the regular basis state level exhibition, district level exhibitions also organizing. So those who are getting the fund and manufacturing such product, they can join to that exhibition organized by the state level, and they will be selling the product directly, so they can directly get the benefit of that. So there will be concessionally, you will get the stall from the MSME, Khadi Commission. Then there will be a lot of whatever the production is being manufactured, it is being sold in that particular only. And then you can approach, see again, each one, suppose you are now making the finance now, detergent powders are there, cleaning agents are there. You can identify where is the requirement. So you will have to address, you have to reach to the concerned department's website, register yourself as a vendor to that department. It may be public procurement, it will be for you register with that. And from there, you get the order from the concerned department. Unless you register as a vendor, supplier, ONGC, SPCL, DRC, colleges, universities, hotels, different government departments are there. Particularly, you have to register as a vendor along with the product. These are the product I am having, product list is there, catalog is there, specifications are there. So this is the way you can reach to the market. You can just enroll yourself as a supplier to the government department and also register with the MSME portal. Once you upload your product detail with the specification quality on the portal of the MSME, government department's requirement, they are directly connecting with the manufacturers. This is also one of the important factor. Yeah, you are getting it. And again, watch the e-commerce platforms. James platform is there. Government portals also there. Marketing portals there also. There also you can see the advertisement. They are getting the requirement. If you have a due diligence, I regularly watch like a paper, like a share market you are seeing. Like that you can watch which government department there is a tender. You apply for the tender. Again, important factor I just forgotten. Those manufacturing this unit, again you register with the NSIC. NSIC registration is very important so that once you register with the NSIC, National Small Corporations, no. This is also part of the MSME. There are 5 departments of MSME. Khadi Village Commission, MSME DI, Choir Board, NSIC, and Nisbati's institution also there. So once you upload your product on the portal, you get the chance to get the order from the government department for supply of the material, and you can negotiate with them also. So there are various methods are there. So you have to be little aware where you are going to market. What is your customer? What is your price? What is the competition available in the market? You see what is the product available there? What benefits you are giving to the people? All these things you have to study and you can coordinate with the people. once you reach to the business, NSIC also having the importance is that once you register the NSIC, when we have to submit the tender in the government department, you will have to, normally you will have to pay the caution deposit, security deposit for that. But once you register the NSIC, you are exempted from the depositing the caution money. That margin money is there, no, for depositing, giving the each one having margin money. You have been exempted to have this deposit to be in the deposit in this government tender. So along with MSME registration, you have a Udyami registration also required for that. Those who are going to take up this activity, first of all, you have to have a Udyami registration under the MSME. If you are going for food production, you can have a license from the FSI. There are the district keepers are there. They will give the license for that. Thirdly, if you are having the any BMCs also, the Gram Panchayat also, they are giving the permission, nomination certificate for that. This also can be possible. Okay. Hello. Adala na? Yeah na. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah na. What I'm meaning, you have to see the market, what products are available there, what is your packaging, what is your packaging attractions, what is the price that we are giving, how much price you can keep it there. Then license part I was talking, these are the basic license. Suppose you are having the processing plants are there, sometimes pollutions are also there. Sometimes you have to take upon the pollution. Once you identify the things only, before making the project submission to the bank, all these basic requirements are required. This basic requirement documentation, suppose tomorrow they will say ki, you don't have a FSI license to start your production, then you will not, bank will not sanction the fund. If you don't have a Udyami registration, bank may say, where is your permission for that? Suppose somebody is going for the marketing, shop and act, then shop and act license are required for that. That also you can have for that. So you keep ready on the license part. Once you come forward taking the project, we will guide you which project, what licenses are required, which department is giving license. I can have a connection with the concerned department and we can give the support to get the license for that. So this is not a difficult task. You think of that, come forward, we support to that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So the other question is, actually we are running short of time, but we are already over the time. But, let me ask one more last question that has come from Jonathan Komu. So Sar has a question. So is there any government agencies to buy our agriculture cereals like wheat and other things, cereal products with their brand? Where can we contact these government agencies in Andhra Pradesh? Maybe if you have any knowledge there, can you please drop your light?
What happened? Suppose if you have a tur dal, okay. If you are having many types of, what are you having product now? What is the hand now product?
Product was not specified, sir, but in general,
I am asking the particular product. For example, you are having a tur dal, okay, or gram dal. Now, once you are thinking to go for export, you registered with APEDA. Yeah, so important part is there. APEDA, you have to register with APEDA. Registered with the FIO, Federation of Indian Export Organizations. You can export with the FIO. From there, you will get the lead of the buyers who are the requirement, who want what product. There are the APEDA, also one of the agencies who is giving the basic data input about the local market, export market. They give support for that. Beside that, you have to develop your own website. Important part is the website is very important part is there only. So we have to take the cognizance of the IT fellow, one of the fellows we can engage IT fellows. Those who have developed a good IT on the website. In website, you have to make a live website. What is, how you are giving the employment to the marginal peoples. You are developing the rural development. You are going for employment generation. And in such cases, whatever the product you are available there, if you can put on the website, these are the products available there. You join some of the groups actually. There are the many groups are there. There some food groups are there, marketing groups are there, website groups are there. You say I'm having this quantity available. This is the market rate. This is I'm giving it. Immediately they said you send me samples. You negotiate with the people. You can send it. There is not a way. Only there is a will. There is a way. You come forward. Think about it positively. Always the successor thinks about the end results. We don't leave it actually. Successor never leave the competition. Failure just to think of leaving the competition, giving up this all this thing only. So you are going to success. First, you set your mind. I'm going to successfully set up the business. I'm not going to fail anywhere. I'm having the good contact. Our think tankers are there. Solomon is like a motivator. He can also motivate. He can take ambassador to market your product through the media. Engage with people, sir. There is no any failure of that only. Failure is only possible. First, failure is start from the mind. Once your mind is becoming a positive and you are going to face any hurdles, initially that will be difficult. Path is very brilliant, destination is very bright, but it is difficult to cross. You have to just move forward. You will find each place some people, bank will not come forward. Listen to the bank. Have a patient to listen to the banker. Don't get a loose temper. Otherwise, today I remember Babuji Jagjanabji, when I attended the interview of UPSC for technical officer post. And he asked us that interview chairman asked us suppose Babu Jagjan Rao, Babu Ambedkar, Neela Jhenda, different like a caste creed. It was irritation to me. I just made a statement, Mr. Chairman, you called me for the interview. I have replied all the technical questions. I'm not here to answer your irrelevant question. I'm the technical officer. And I'm quitting with the protesters leaving the interview. And I come out and I talk with the Babuji. And I write to this incident with the hope that Babuji will, that was my age of 30. See, age of 30. I thought that Babuji will intervene in this. And he said, Mr. Kamble, you are a young boy. I am facing the caste pinching now also, even though Deputy Prime Minister of India was there, Agriculture Minister was there, Home Minister was there. So don't lose your temper in the business. Then you think that there may be some tolerance capacity. What is your tolerance capacity? Whatever you lose your confidence, whatever you get a flare up. This is the test of the management test also there. In the similar fashion, bank may ask certain question. Listen carefully, don't make argument, share with us. We will find a solution for that. But your mind is strong, mind is very important. Once you determine make a business plan. How much time I am going to set up my business? What are the factors are coming forward? What are I am facing the challenges? If I face challenges, share with the friends, share with me. I am available 24 hours for you. In the midnight also I can lift the call. That's not a question. But you come forward, determine. And not only you are coming forward, but you are making the people more joyous and happy to all people. Object of life is to be happy. And the way to be happy is to make others happy. We can become the great and great. But if you can serve our people, those are finding difficult to daily bread and butter, finding in spite of years together, living in the hearts, living in such a poverty, we are not able to meet out the basic standard requirement. At least we can lift the society, community. And subsequently, we can adopt the villages. One village we can take completely. In villages, we can have a complete village development program. We can identify the people and we can motivate the people, come forward. Small business we can start. 10,000, 15,000. So marketing when we can take up. Government also we can have some arrangement for taking the shops from the government department. So many things can be possible. First of all, you just think that I am going to make a successful business. Study the basic concepts. Visit some of the places we are going to start actually. Where you want to start, I will give the references. You go and visit there also. See how they are making it, how they are marketing it. See the market. Again, I am telling you, engage our people. Go to the college, identify the boys. When I was in Calcutta, Distance Zone Head, I just gone to that university. I said, I want 100 boys, poor family. Give the boy hardworking. I will give them only 2-hour job. This is the product. This product to be marketed directly to the consumer level. They have prepared the standard booklet. They gone to the society, given the letter to this, and directly they used to collect the order from there. Their job was to collect the order from the consumer, and supply was made by the people. Like that, so we can involve our many people. Those unemployed are there. See, have a compassion to our people. Don't see that they are not coming forward because circumstances not come forward. we are not enlightened ourselves. There is no people to take the benefit of our government schemes. People are not there to guide them. So sometimes I have seen also some people, they don't find for the system something. See here actually after coming over here, I reached to the Dharavi peoples. I had gone to the various places. I made some of the middleman was taking their leather product and he was exporting it. He was making his brand. I had gone to the places to manufacturers. I said, why you are going to the middleman? Sir, we don't know how to market it. I said, what you want? I have given him licensing. I have given the funds for that. I have just a tie-up with the gifter, the leather gifter, corporate gift I made to that. So this we have to go to the hearts. We have to see the people, so their environment. People are not having that courage to meet to the big officers. So make them to be like that only. So this we can do that only. Only you people, I am very sure that your Deepakji there also, our Vijay also, Solomon also there, and our president also there, and our Anil Kumarji is also former our Government of India Additional Secretary. Now he is also a renowned personality in our Bangalore. He has also given millions of people employment across the country. I was a part of the system that time. So this is actually our papers are there. I have seen our some officers now who have resigned. People make us to resign. People make us to find the fault. They will find the inquiries against us. That is going to happen. So we have to be strong and strong. What way? Develop our capability, develop the quality of the production, have a contact with the people. Those who are having good quality productions, we can have a data from the foreign countries where we can export the leather product. What product leather is available there? What is the market available there? What is the price available there? All these things we can get together and we can have a complete system of brainstorming and come forward. This is a very good actually opportunity you are getting it. And this is the time, pay back to society. We are getting the bread and butter, but still our brothers are not getting the bread and butter. They don't have a job. They don't have employment. But now, instead of making them to go for a job and make them to resign after having the additional secretary, that IRS people, some of the DG level people are resigning because of the torturing of the people, torturing in the department, putting the inquiries, not allowing the promotion in the timely. So all this time we have to face in the future. We have to be ready to face the 22nd century. 21st century is now there. Next year we have to make in a political also organize together. We have to build up our business community, education communities. Those who want to set up the skill development training program, come forward. Now, this our fellow was talking about. He started some training program, motivation program. He can take up some of the skill development training program. Incubation center can be set up. Government of India is having Atal Yojana is there only incubations. Those who can take up the incubation means to set up the practical training in your factory, what you are going to start and make the people to train the technical knowledge, go with the field for making the production, they can start their own businesses. So like that we have go for the skill development sectors, laboratory setting up. Some of the people, those who are having doctors, they should resign from the government job. They should start their own dispensary. Canara Bank is coming forward to give the 5 crores of loan for the doctors, setting up the laboratory, testing laboratories also possible there also. Some of the fellows wanted to do for construction worker. Go for ready construction also. Readily, this can be possible to develop your bricks and ready structures available there. You can go for construction line also, taking the benefit for that. Briquetting also one of the important part is there. From the soil waste, we are converted to the briquetting and converted to the for boiler purposes. Like that, many things are there. Think of the positivity. Don't think of the negative. Be prepared to face the situations tough actually. And always read some notebooks, read some, what if you have a problem, go to the Google, ask question, your answer will be getting there. So this is only good opportunity there. Think always positively. We are in the independence era, completing now 75 years. Till we have to fight for untouchabilities. Everybody is there. In my native place also still there is a water lake is there. This is called a Devi's Tirtha. Our people, so during the stage, that time, now it is a water element there. We have to stay outside. We cannot go in the well to take the water. Somebody will give the water to them. Still we are facing the problem. But don't think the negativity. We have to be prepared for that. Don't think of reservation. We have to equip ourselves with economic strong, education strong, make our people so to have some good education early stage, and they can be from beginning they can start the business so that they will be the billionaires and they will tie up with the Tata Birla, small Tata Birla, they can think of that only. So this is the only thing that.
Amazing, sir. Amazing, amazing, sir. Come on, shall we give a round of applause, sir, for Deepak? Open the floor. Everybody should, you know, thank you, sir. Woo! Come on, come on, come on, everybody. Woo! Sir, Deepak, any more questions? Sir is, I feel, sir is really, you know, really so, you know, the tired of speaking, I'm thinking. Anyway, ask the questions.
We don't have, I think all the questions
all the questions are over.
Addressed.
So,
but there's one question that has come for Vijay Bonala sir. The question is about what is it? I saw that somewhere. Why can't we go for why shouldn't we go for subsidies?
No, somebody asked Vijay that question.
Why we should not go for subsidies?
No, see what happened. See, we must be aware. The government of India, all schemes are inbuilt subsidy. There is a subsidy for SC, there is subsidy for non-SC. This is the part of the scheme government of India set up. But point is that getting subsidy 50%, 35%, or sometimes 100% like a cluster programs. Point was telling was that we are not aiming for subsidy only to be used and stop the business. We have to subsidize the part of our working capital loan. Make use properly for that purpose. You cannot deny subsidies. The subsidy government is going to give it to it usually. This is a part of the project. Without that, the project cannot be complete. So question is doesn't arise for not denying subsidy. Government every scheme there is a subsidy for general category, for farmer, for women self-help group. Even our women category, farmer, this our sisters can form a self-help group. They can start making the papad, they can start making the hand gloves, they can start making the lady garments, they can use the handbag, they can use only bag, jute bag. Jute bag also one of the government of India's reservation. If a jute bag we are manufacturing, there is no other purposes supplied to the government of India other than KVIC. There are reserved 358 items reserved for the KVIC. So jute bag is one of the items, so you can start manufacturing directly. You can supply to the government department. This is a big market there for that. So formation of this women self-help group is also an important factor. You can engage with them. They can make some of the chocolates. They can make some of the juices. They can have some papad. They can have nutritious products. Like a mango. These are there. Mango bars are there. Pickles also there. Spices also there. So engage the small help group.
How many people should we have in the self-help group, sir?
You can have a 20-25 people enough.
Wonderful, sir. So what would be the 25 people? What would be the subsidy given by the government, sir?
Everything is available there. Subsidy is available there. Whatever they are giving the project, based on that subsidy are there. Instead of taking individually, you can take 25 lakhs and you can have it in the farm actually. That all self-help groups are making. Now, Lizard Papad is example. Lizard Papad, yes. 5 women are joined together 50 years back, and they have started making the papad, and now that has been started international level exporting, and they are having crores of business.
Yes, sir. Lizard is available everywhere in all supermarkets.
So this when our self-help group they are making such a food item, we have to take care that the food item should have a good quality, should have a shelf life, should have a FSI standard, good packaging. There is a demand for that. Even some of the women category, they can run the catering business. They can make the catering business and they can supply to the government department also. During the festival season, they can make some sweet items. Self-help group women can make a sweet items, supply to the some people are there having the now many festivals are there in India. According to the festival, you make the product and supply to the department. It is also available there. So there is that of the problems are there. So question doesn't arise us. We have to take the benefit of the government scheme. Government schemes, if you not utilize this, government is not going to, at the most they will publicize, they will catch hold of the one leader.
Kindly mute yourself, brothers. Kindly mute yourself. Some noise is coming from somewhere. Oh, Deepak? Okay. So
this is the way we have to we have to be partner in the government implementation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this you can think of that, how best we can do it. But
Yes.
I'm always with you. Okay.
Yes, sir. So any more questions, Deepak, on that?
No more questions.
Okay.
Deepak, Solomon sir, one last question. It will
Yes,
be
Shekhar.
very quick. Sir, Keshav sir,
Yeah.
are we have to be careful while applying the loan because we are thinking to start from small industry. Like if we apply for 10 lakh or 9 lakh, like next 10 years or 7 years, we'll be not having a chance of getting the bigger loan. Like we have to be very careful. Like when we get loan from 10 lakh in Mudra, so there will be a I'm scared. Like, is there any rules that I will be not getting other loans from next 5 or 10 years?
Shekhar, I will advise you. Mudra is a hopeless scheme.
Yes, sir. This is what I analyzed.
So Mudra having no subsidy part is there. This is only 50,000 to 1 lakh and 3 lakh. Khadi Commission KVIC scheme up to 1 lakh, up to 10 lakh, you have to get only 5% subsidy, 5% own contribution, 35% subsidy there. And this is the target to the government of India given to the which state. When we go for the again with KVIC application, there are the Khadi board, DIC and KVIC. You apply according to the budget available to the state, and there you get subsidy. Whereas Mudra loan, banks comes the bank think Mudra is people's coming only for the taking the loan, not making the business. And in 50,000, 1 lakh, we cannot make the good business. To make a successful business, you need minimum 10 lakh, 5 lakh. Without that, it is not possible. You want to set up your mobile marketing van, you need a 10 lakh. 5 lakh will be the marketing cost, the cost will be there, 5 lakh working capital will be there. To set up your own outlet, marketing outlet, at least you cannot do 50,000, 1 lakh. This is mockery of the scheme actually. This is mockery of the government.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is only cheating to the people.
Yes.
So don't fall in that actually. Don't go that. See, even if you don't have a security, even for Mudra, people asking security. Just to go to the bank, they will ask security for even 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. This is they are doing against the RBI guideline. Whereas if you go by the KVIC, the PMGP scheme, Prime Minister's Employment Generation Scheme, banks are not supposed to ask a security for 10 lakh. If any bank is asking security, you ask him to give in writing. And we can take up the matter to the next level. That bank manager will be taken to task actually. So go for the scheme for the KVIC. Go for the scheme of the now recently Prime Minister also started a Prime Minister's formulation of the food processing micro small industry scheme is also there. Then also you can go for that also. There is a 1 lakh to 20 lakh, 1 crore is available there. There are schemes available there. There is government is giving a guarantee for that actually. Okay. When we form the farmer producers company, up to 2 crore, small agri finance consortium coming forward to give the loan through the NABARD with the credit guarantee scheme. These are available there. First, you don't think small, think big.
Definitely, sir.
Think big of the thing only.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Shekhar, we have sir with us. So he will be coming on every month and giving us the guidelines. And we are specifically, sir is in his presentation, he said Spurti schemes. Sir is going to give the next presentation on that. And again, export-import business, sir is also giving. So each month, sir will be coming and sir is also available on the phone for us. So we can always see this one. So I see, sir, thank you very much. And again, I see Satya. Satya, please open up and speak, introduce yourself. Mr. Satya, just we want to hear from you. You look very handsome. So we just want to unmute yourself, Satya. Just introduce yourself. You look very handsome. That's why I wanted to listen to you. And again, we have Chinnappa Roy, sir, who has always there from the beginning till the end. Thank you very much, sir. I think you have taken a lot of notes. Chala notes. Over to Satya. Over to you. Unmute yourself and say hello. Unmute yourself. Where are you from? And can you hear me?
Satya, sir, I'm sending you a request to unmute. You can please click on it. Ask to unmute. I just sent you a request. Ask to unmute. I'm sending it again.
Hello.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you now. Just introduce yourself, Mr. Satya.
My name is Satya.
And recently, I was appointed as a high power monitoring committee member in the national level, and the committee chairman is Govt. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. In Autonagar, Visakhapatnam, the manufacturing of machinery spare parts, and I am doing business with steel plant, NSTL, and pharma companies also. Actually, the reason I attended the meeting, I have to know that what type of meeting is this, and what is the benefits of this also. Recently, I discussed with Bank of India also. Actually, loans are not, the bankers are not giving the loan to the manufacturing unit. Government that each and every bank, they have to give Stand-up India loan for at least 2 loans from each branch they have to second. But we are saying that they are not entertaining us. This is the problem we are facing from most of the time.
Okay. So you have any question for sir? You have any question to sir regarding the loan or something? Sir, can you please answer? Keshav sir. Yeah.
See, first of all,
mute yourself, Satya. Please mute yourself now. So I think some noise is coming from somewhere. Yeah. Thank you.
Normally, when you what loan you are, banks are not giving. You want to, for expansion business or for starting business?
Okay. See, unmute yourself and speak. Unmute yourself and speak to sir, Satya.
Expansion, sir. For expansion.
For expansion. See, MSMEs, there is a scheme for expansion also. How much fund is required for that? How much fund is required?
So I think 60 to 70 lakhs are required, sir.
Okay. What is your turnover now?
Now, basically, before last year, the turnover was 60 lakhs, sir.
What happened? See, I will tell you.
A couple of we are facing lots of problems.
First of all, you are having a market, you are having order in hand. Okay. You are having order in hand. You are running the business in a profitable way. No negative. Net worth is positive going out. Okay. And orders in hand also there. Such cases, you can refer to me. Tell me the name of your bank manager. Which bank and which is the next available bank there. So we can intervene in that level. See, many cases actually my last 6 years of time, I am also dealing with a lot of Stand-up India, Startup India. I have my own global customer services also there. I have to directly contact with this. What is the reason for not giving the loan when this is a scheme available there? Orders are available there. Recently, one fellow was there. He wanted to have around 1.5 crores. He was having order in hand. I intervened with the bank. I just got the project report, what project report he has made it, what he is giving this thing. Security party, they are actually security party, they will ask it. But when you are having order in hand, security party, one party there, you have to give for that, actually for bigger amount. But when orders in hand, bank has to come forward. The banks are giving forward. The business patience is a good thing. Second party there, recently also, last 10 days before, one unit was to about become NP actually, because of this pandemic situation. Then again, the government is giving support for revitalization such units also, revitalizations. Then again, he contacted the branch manager. Then he come to me. I intervened in the matter. He got 2.5 crores just 1 week before. So question is, you must know what level you are handling it, because bottom of the line managers are not that broad-minded. They are, first of all, they are very scared. They are afraid of taking decision. They think that if something goes wrong, they will be held responsible. If your projection is good, qualities are good, orders are in hand, you can just take to the next level. Definitely you can get the benefit from it. As well as you can give the matter to our Solomon Ji. He will just send to me. I will just look into the matter and see why they are not giving for that. Okay.
Yes, sir. So is that fine, Satya? You can talk to me, and I will give me whatever your requirement, and I'll pass it on to sir. And we can, three of us can, we can discuss that. Okay. So anything else, Deepak? Yeah, please go ahead.
Actually, stand-up India means they have to give loan without any collateral. Okay, sir. But when we are going to ask the loan, they are asking collateral. And the bank which we are asking, doing business from in last 30 to 40 years.
See, I said no, okay, for stand-up India, they are not supposed to ask for collateral securities. But bank see what is your track record, what is your level of business. And we convince them this is the order. You have to go to the next level. Don't go to the branch level. Take to the zonal level of person and bring this knowledge bring this problem to his knowledge. He will intervene. And if that is not happening, go to the next level. Talk to the CMD. Write to the CMD. Put the question to the Prime Minister. Put the question to the Industry Minister. Don't stuck up to the level. You will meet with the collector. Collector is the fellow who is also chairman of the district level monitoring committee. You can bring this. Why he is not giving it? I'm having this order in hand. I don't have a security. This stand-up India loan is there. This is the guideline. Let the bank say no. Expose him at the different levels. But first, prepare yourself well. Your documentation, project report, return on investment, all these things should be. You should have a proper documentation. Then nothing will. They will not come in the way. But you have to not stop there. Take it to the next level. There are standing parliamentary committees are there. Industries, take to the level. Don't, but anything we are not getting the problem solved, raise to the level. And don't give up. It's not giving means not like that only.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for that. So I think Satya has got this one. Don't stop with the bank manager level. Go to the higher level. So, brothers, we are so excited. We are so thankful. Deepak, you have any more announcements or questions to ask to sir, or we will call this session?
Yeah. So actually, even though the meeting has got extended, I think definitely it's worthy being with sir and knowing a lot of valuable things. And sir has the patience to address all the questions that were that was raised. And definitely, sir, thank you so much. And we should definitely continue this a series of sessions going with Kamble sir. So, like said, we'll plan the calendar. Yeah. So from my side, I think no questions. Yes. I don't see any questions in the chat. But if in case there are any questions, please don't stop asking your questions. Please drop your questions to Solomon sir. Please contact Solomon sir. His number is there on the poster. And one thing is, if in case you get Kimberly sir's number, I request you to not directly go to sir, because sir might be busy, and if more calls goes from Inform platform, he might sometimes he might get that might be a point where he might get irritated. So please don't do that, and please go through a channel so it helps you and as well as sir, and everything will be productive. Is it okay, Solomon sir? Did I say right?
Yeah, that is good. That is good. If there is for every petty question, let us not disturb, sir. You talk to me and you give me the feedback, whatever you want to ask. So I will pass it on to sir, and then I can get back to you. I'll handle 5 questions, and I can take 5 questions to sir and this one. And depending upon the seriousness, sir will directly speak to you. That there is no question about that. So then
one more thing, sir. If in case you have any questions, if you want sir to talk on particular topic, you please reach out to Solomon sir again, and please tell the need of the particular topic, and maybe in the next meet, sir will prepare for that.
Yes. So once again, I just want to say a few words depending based upon the sir's presentation. Sir was talking about cluster formation, 100 self-help groups, 25 members of self-help groups. So, in your villages, respective villages, we are all from villages. So you can go back to the villages. You can identify 25 women and make them a self-help unit, and then let them start some papads or some curd making or whatever, sweets, anything, so that, sir, we can take the help of sir and give the livelihood for the 25 women. So I request you all to go back to your villages and, inspire. And again, if we have 100 people as cluster farmers, let us say sir has said just now, dairy farmers from our community, 3 buffaloes or 2 buffaloes. So we can identify, sir, whether we have 100, should we have only our own people, 100 people, or how does that? Suppose if we have 50 people, can we do something with that, sir?
Yeah,
or how it is?
Yeah, it can be possible. Can be possible. But
can be possible, because
viability of the project, we should have to take the benefit of the scheme.
Sir,
we can go for the minimum. The farmer process company, 200 people required for that for APO. Otherwise, if you go for the individual as a company, it is enough. 50s are enough. Hello?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Solomon, sir, are you there? Or we lost you?
His mobile is his not connection is lost actually.
I think we lost him. Okay then. Okay then. So let us wrap up the meeting for the day.
We'll join, just to phone him whether he has connected this. Maybe signal problems.
Yeah. Actually, we have gone over 1 hour, so
we are nearly 3 hours.
Yeah. So it's 2 hours meet, and we have extended it for another.
Just to phone him.
Yeah, I'm calling him.
Sir, can you hear me?
He's not picking up. Yeah, yes, sir. Satya, sir, please.
Yeah, sir. Can you? Where is our office, sir? Can I come and meet you, sir?
I am in Bombay.
Okay, you are in Mumbai.
Yeah, that's what Satya, sir. If in case you have something to talk to, sir, you talk to Solomon, sir, and Solomon, sir, will guide you how to reach out to sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so Solomon, sir, is here.
This is what we have to do. We have to go back. Yes,
Solomon, sir, I think you have network issue. You have network issue.
Yeah,
your voice is breaking.
No, yeah. Okay. So, Chennappa Roy, sir, you have anything to say? Chennappa Roy, sir, you have any question to ask to sir? Final question, and we will wind up the evening session. What is your opinion about the meeting? How is it useful for you?
Good, sir.
What is your opinion about this meeting?
Think big with positive.
Please speak few words.
With skills.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then. Let's wind up, sir.
Thank you, sir. So wind up, yeah. So thank you very much, Keshav, sir. This is Keshav of Khadi, the commission and all that. Sir is a wonderful person.
Yeah.
We are so thankful to you, sir, for this evening. You are with us more than 2.5 hours, 3 hours almost, and you have given us so much of information. Our community is so grateful to you from all of us from the community and from the founder Jayarajatheneti, as well as President Surendranath sir, and again Vijay Bonilla, the dynamic leader, and as well as from all of us and entire community at large who are there from all across India. We salute you and we respect you and we honor you for this knowledge. God has given you this knowledge to develop the community. Today, I can see how much you can do. You have a lot of mission to do, as much as I know, especially in farming, taking the benefits from the government and putting up businesses, small, big, See, we have here self-help groups for women. And again, we have clusters for 100 people as a cluster. 50 people also can come as a cluster, and they can take 2 crores loan, as you have rightly said, without any collateral. And again, you have said individual units. You have individual units also can be formed. I request you all, brother, are interested about these various things sir has told you, and the video is available on the Facebook, and it is already thanks to Deepak, and he put it on live. So you can again go back and again listen to the entire presentation what sir has given. In the next meeting, we will certainly have about, sir was saying that spooky schemes on that, that will be the discussion. I hope sir agrees to that, or if he has any other, this one sir will tell us. So next month also, after 2 weeks, we'll give a gap of 2 weeks. We'll gather people and again call sir for a presentation. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, sir. Let us give a huge round of applause for sir. Deepak, open the floor. Everybody, yay. Come on, give it, make some noise, everybody. Yay! Woo-hoo! Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
And please, one small update. Please like us on the Facebook, and we have YouTube channel. Please subscribe there to get more information about Inform.
Yes,
Mac.
share the channel, share the page. What is the page name, Deepak? Facebook page
Inform
name?
Mac Online Academy is the academy Facebook page.
Yes.
And we have a page for YouTube, and it is Inform Mac YouTube page. Inform is intellectual forum for Madigas, Mac, and allied communities. Okay, so both you subscribe to Facebook.
So I cannot miss him. So there is, Okay. So we have
thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepak. Just one shout out to the Prabhakar sir, who is all the way from London.
Yes.
Was logged in. Prabhakar brother, could you please say a few words to sir, because it's such a huge. Brother, will you please say a few words, brother?
Brother, it's a wonderful session actually on process industries. Really very honored to have you here. Really amazing discussion. Really, worthful export, import.
Sir is a gold mine.
So very resource
brother.
For our community.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother. You wanted to be you are passionate about leather industries, and you are also passionate about helping village farmers and all. Brother, we request you to to take the initiative. I know certainly you do. You have a lot of love and affection for the community. Keshav sir, this is a Prabhakar brother who is in London, and if you want to say a few words to him, you can say, sir.
Yes, sir. Also, we just recently started a small business in Bangalore, sir. Sir. Salman brother knows very well. We started a small interiors installation, small business with one. He's a worker actually. He's a very good worker. But I want to make him as a owner. He's a worker to become a owner. So he approached the different banks, and banks approved 10 lakhs, but they're not sanctioned. So finally got frustration. He posted in one of our community WhatsApp. Then I came forward. Then I started helping him. Now so far about 5 lakhs I supported him to make him as a worker to a owner. That is the concept I want to make it actually. So that's why we started a small business in Bangalore. It's like more building materials, like curtains, blinds, then windows, furniture. So all the interior decoration related installation. So he's just getting this recently.
Keshav sir, can you help say a few words about how he can get a loan and something, sir?
So we are planning to go for the.
I know you are tired, but
no problem. This is a matter of a pleasure. Our brother is in London, and
he has helped 5 lakhs. He also helped me 1 lakh.
He is in London, so my vision has again broadened. Whatever the production being made here, as per the requirement of the UAE standard, in case of leather products, in case of food products, in case of garments, in case of anything that there actually what you can do, there is a non-residence association there in London. There may be some precedent. these people are needing of the Indian products, sir, food products, sir, nutritious products, sir. You
Yes,
can
sir.
get the order from there. Our
Yes, sir.
brother, they will start manufacturing here. One part.
Sure.
Again,
Sure.
again, you can meet the Consulate General of UK, London.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will personally talk to you, sir.
I can connect. Yeah, I can connect with the Consulate General, and there you can set up the big house surgery, Indian products.
Sure, sir. That's the planning, sir. That's in Bangalore, based on Bangalore. I want to set up a warehouse actually. So next I will approach you, sir, for the prepare a DPR and other things. How to approach
warehouse also. Government is giving fund for warehousing, go downs.
Yes, sir.
That is also available there. So you can connect me personally, and definitely we can just share a lot of ideas, and you can do some export activities there also.
No, sir. We are registering a company also, export company also. We are registering, sir. Presently, we are trying. Sir, the granite business we are planning to involve in the
I know there are the demand of the natural fruit juices, organic products.
Yes, sir.
Organic this moringa leaves, tea.
Yes, sir.
Coffees. This is the Indian. We are having many things requirements are there, and processed food products, frozen products also demand is there. Frozen food products.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Organization having already certification. You can just have a study, then you can link up here. We will make our brothers to start manufacturing that activities.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir. As the question in context is the whoever is in the Bangalore having the interior design company. Can you help get a loan for him, sir? That is now the question in context.
Definitely. It is contact and
yes, sir.
Call me later on. Okay.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
I'll make it there.
So okay, sir. The rest, I think Prabhakar brother will talk to you because he has.
Okay.
Can be very, he can talk to you and personally. Okay. So that is, thank you very much once again. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Prabhakar brother, and all of the people, our community brothers. So next week, same time, 7 o'clock, you will be joining us, and we will have a big speaker, a businessman coming over. So thank you very much for being here. And this is from all of us, the Sunday Magical Madhiga Zoom team, Deepak Yadada, the wizard, and again, Solomon Bulampati, your mentor and motivator. And again, Rajamundra Sappu, and again, Kumu, Jonathan sir, and from all of us, wishing you a happy week ahead. And see you next Sunday. And see you all. And, tell about this Zoom meeting to all the people. Before you log out, please take a picture of yourself and keep it in your groups. Let us take a picture, just 1 minute. So before we actually log out, I want to sincerely thank Keshav sir for this presence, for his patience, and for his all support and guidance today. So have you taken the picture and put it in the groups? We can do that. And again, tell everybody to join this Sunday meeting, 7 o'clock, so that all the community can develop. And we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Big thanks, brother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining. And now it's end of the meeting, and let's connect again in the next meet. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Credit should go to Keshav sir for his presence. Thank you, everybody. See you next week. Hello, Ipipure. Yeah. See you next week.
Week starts tomorrow. Okay. Have a great
Anybody
night.
can clap if you want. Yeah. Bye-bye. See you.